quick to hit ignore. Buku bitches in my bed. I got scales all on my floor. I got money on the line, plus I'm clocking it galore. I got bitches kissing bitches, all them bitches go explore. I'm feeling way up. I stay up. Put your bitch on my Snapchat while I make her. She want a chance with me, cause she know I'm a rapper. I give a d, but I never get feelings, cause shorty, I know what you after. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. At 12, gon' find your ass way in New Orleans. Watch I look, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my pudding. Put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poopy, your bitch get tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, young and trapping out the bando. From the ceiling fan to the damn floor. Tryna stack my money up, cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
Trapped inside this spell. Now I feel like your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel that.
Too cold, standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror 'cause it's only you. Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, where Manchester City will face off against Leeds. Well, not against Leeds, against Wolves today. Leeds United are actually, I've got that at the moment, Leeds United versus Chelsea. Dan James has been sent off, but it is Manchester City versus Wolves today. Pivotal in our Premier League title race. A win here is very much needed against a strong Wolves side that are doing pretty well this season. But City needs to be doing better. A makeshift team for Manchester City today. And that is something that, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit worried about. It's good to have Adjin in the comments here and King Ninja. I'm sorry to hear about your friend Adjin. I hope they do get better. And let's go through the City team, their makeshift team. In goal is Ederson, a back four of Joao Cancelo, Fernandinho, Aymeric Laporte, and Alexander Zinchenko. So Fernandinho in the back line for Manchester City. It is Rodri, Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne in the midfield three. And then the front three, a very fluid looking front three of Bernardo Silva, Raheem Sterling and Phil Foden. And unfortunately, Bernardo Silva never seems to work well in the front three. I'm hoping Sterling's on the right. I'm hoping Foden's either on the left. I think on the left and Bernardo Silva at the false nine role. Although I don't really like Bernardo up there. Maybe De Bruyne's up there and Bernardo's in the middle. I'm not quite sure. This City team is very fluid and can go anywhere. And before we even start talking about the football and before we start talking about the game today, there is something you guys need to hear. That is right, Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is moving to Manchester City. £52 million paid. Probably altogether around 85 million. What a player. What a player this man is going to be for Manchester City next season. And I can't wait for it. I had to put a bit in about Erling Haaland, didn't I? How can you not put in about Erling Haaland here on this stream? Haaland is going to be so good, isn't he, for Manchester City? Surely we're about to see one of the best players in the world, potential to be one of the best players in the world, playing as striker for Manchester City. And if you say you're not excited, you're lying, because everyone has got to be excited about that. Erling Haaland, Manchester City. What a signing, by the way. What a incredible signing for Manchester City this summer, the upcoming summer. I can't wait for it. Honestly, I've never been more excited for a signing ever. Honestly, I've never been more excited for a signing at Manchester City ever. And this time, we're going to be having one of the best strikers in the world. It's a big change to City's usual way they do things, isn't it? We don't usually sign, a player of that stature, and we are doing. So Erling Haaland is moving to Manchester City, but we've got to worry about this season at the moment, haven't we? We've got to concentrate on this season. It's hard not to. It's hard not to think of Erling Haaland, but we have to concentrate on Manchester City this season. We are facing Wolves, and we need 3 points from this game, 3 points the next game, and 3 points from the game after. And that will guarantee Manchester City the Premier League title. And I'm hoping that's the way it's going to go, but I'm not quite sure. It's going to be a tough game today. It really is. We'll have a look at the actual Wolves side as well, the way they're lined up, but I think it's going to be a real tough game for Manchester City today. We have got 3,020 subscribers. Thank you very much for that. If you guys aren't subscribed and you're watching this video, then why not? Give us a subscribe. That makes the world of difference here on the channel. So this is the both team lineup. As you can see there, we've no idea how we're going to play. We have no idea how Wolves are going to play. Are Wolves going to play a back four, or are they going to play a back five? I've left Dendoncker sort of holding there, because Dendoncker can play holding midfield, he can play centre-back. So they haven't got Danny Carvalho and Phil Mendy at left-back and right-back. I don't know why I forgot to leave them in for the Real Madrid game. That is a mistake on my part. To be honest with you, I rushed things, actually, to get ready for this stream. So apologies for that. So they have got Ait Nuri at the full-back position and Nelson Semedo, not Danny Carvalho and Phil Mendy. Well, I hope not anyway. That'd be a bit illegal if they was to throw them out here today. But Neves and Moutinho in the midfield, Chiquito on the right, Neto on the left, and Jimenez through the middle. So it could be a 5, it could be a 4 at the back for them. It's going to be a real tough game. Honestly, City always struggle against Wolves away. If you remember that game where Eric Garcia had such a good game, didn't he? And then we had players pushed off the ball, and City were 2-0 up, and that penalty that got retaken, did it get retaken twice that Raheem Sterling scored? And City seemed in control, and they still came back to beat us Wolves. The fans were right behind them, and that's what they will be today. Rideye says, I hope I'm not too late. Certainly not, Rideye. It's been great to have you. Great to have you here on this live stream. It's great to be back. I really enjoyed that Real Madrid stream, despite the result. despite the result. I won't be doing streams to the home games because I am there at the Etihad Stadium. Lucky me to be at the games. I won't be doing a stream the last day of the season, but I will be doing, after that game, the season roundup where we go through my player ratings for the season and players' goals and assists and so on, player of the season in my eyes and things like that. But the game today against Wolves and the game on the weekend against West Ham, we will be streaming. I suspect I might be rushing a little bit for the West Ham one as well. I'm going on a 14-mile hike before that, so hopefully I'm not half asleep by the time I get on stream. And hopefully City get a 3-0 win or something against West Ham, a simple win. And hopefully it's another simple win again today. Hope is the biggest thing, isn't it? Hope is the word I've used quite a few times there. City could have trouble today with the likes of Jimenez, Pedro Neto, who's a fantastic player, Ruben Neves, who can spray the passes around the field, dictate the tempo of the game, play passes in behind as well, and also can hit free kicks, strikes from range. Adrian says, Wolves, a Portugal colony in England, popular here. We're always interested, like me, to watch their games. They're really, how I'd say, peaceful team. This will be a tough game, probably 1 goal difference. Yeah, I think it will. You're quite right, Adrian. Wolves are basically Portugal FC, aren't they? I'm surprised that they didn't get Ruben Diaz. You know, if City hadn't signed Diaz, we probably would have seen him go to Wolves. Cancelo, I think he was heavily linked with Wolves as well, and perhaps Bernardo Silva also. Wolves will sign anyone Portuguese, won't they? That's sort of their transfer policy. A little bit like Athletic Club in the La Liga. They only sign Basque players. Wolves only sign Portuguese players. And it's actually working for them, though, isn't it? All clients of Jorge Mendes, who is the man who is Cristiano Ronaldo's agent. I think Cancelo's agent, actually, Bernardo Silva's agent also. Diaz's agent. He's the man who, brokers deals for the Portuguese players. And does a good job, doesn't he? And Wolves, I think he's got shares in Wolves now. It sounds like a conflict of interest to me. But the Premier League think that it's okay, and they've allowed him to get away with it. So that's the way it is sometimes. You just have to accept it. I think some people would complain about the way Manchester City do things as well. So 3 points here is needed today. Liverpool won last night. I thought Villa were the better side. Jonathan Moss had an absolute blinder. He was probably man of the match for Liverpool last night. Jonathan Moss couldn't keep up with play most of the time as usual. Adrian says, when Wolves and Brentford play, we literally call it Portugal colony versus Denmark colony. Well, yeah, a lot of Danish players. And Rideye's asking about someone to replace Sterling or Jesus. Who will replace him? I think Haaland is the Jesus replacement. We've got Alvarez coming in as well. I don't think City will sign a winger. However, if, say, Raheem Sterling said, I want to leave, who would Manchester City go for? My pick is Rafael Leao. It's literally, if you watch AC Milan, you watch some AC Milan games, it is the Rafael Leao show. And this man just bullies people. He's fantastic. Yes, he misses a few chances, but Rafael Leao from AC Milan would be my man to replace Raheem Sterling if we were to lose Sterling this summer. He's brilliant. I think he's good enough to get up to the physicality of the Premier League as well. I saw an interesting article on Erling Haaland today that said that Chelsea didn't sign Erling Haaland because their scouts didn't think he could adapt to the Premier League. Well, these are the same scouts that signed Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner, so I wouldn't trust those scouts. Haaland's going to be fantastic at Manchester City next season, and I think that is probably the biggest sign. I think we'll sign a midfielder. I don't think we'll sign a winger or a fullback. Maybe a fullback, but I think it will be just Haaland and a midfielder, maybe 2 midfielders that will do for Manchester City this summer if we see the likes of Ilkay Gundogan leave. We can judge the players in the last few games, can't we? We can see how they step up in this game today against Wolves and the next game against West Ham and then that final game against Aston Villa. It's 3 finals for Manchester City. They can afford to drop points. We can afford to get a draw somewhere. But I just don't think I don't think we should be doing. I don't think we should go into a game and go, I feel like we can, get a point here today. I don't think we should try and hang on to a point. We need to win every single game, and that's what we can continue to do. Leao, certainly, you're right, Adrian, about his finishing. He's very rusty, Rafael Leao. I've seen him miss a couple of sitters for AC Milan. That might be an issue, but I suppose he's in a way similar to Raheem Sterling, isn't he? If he's going to be missing sitters. Leeds United, by the way, 1-0 down to Chelsea on 10 men. They look like they're going down, don't they, Leeds? And to be honest with you, I'm not too bothered about that. I don't think that is something that worries me too much to see Leeds United go down. Burnley may stay up, possibly. I'd be surprised to see Leeds go down. They have really dropped off, haven't they? So yeah, Manchester City versus Wolves. It's going to be a gritty game, I think. Wolves like to sit back. Bruno Lager, surely we can't lose to one of his sides, which I don't rate him as a manager particularly highly. They've got a similar side to last season. No Daniel Podence in there, which is a positive for us. No Adama Traore, who's also a positive for us, despite his ability to finish chances, Adama Traore, and cross in his final ball. He was very dangerous against Manchester City, wasn't he? And I wouldn't like to see him play against Zinchenko, personally, although Zinchenko, along with Rodri, possibly Kevin De Bruyne as well, I believe was man of the match in the previous fixture against Newcastle United. A 5-0 win at home for Manchester City. And we dominated Newcastle. We absolutely dominated Newcastle. They had a few chances, didn't they? But not many. Newcastle, one that they probably should have scored with Callum Wilson. They did score from a corner, which was disallowed. I still, to this day, don't know what the issue was with that. It was right in front of me at the City end, and the referee ruled it out. It seemed to like he, signalled that the ball went out of play. I have no idea. But Newcastle didn't look like beating Manchester City at all, and I'm hoping for a similar sort of game today, a more relaxed game. And that would be massive. Ridai says Zinchenko has been stepping up for the position in these recent games. Quite right, Ridai. Quite right. I've been very impressed with Alexander Zinchenko, and I hope it continues this form. You know what, Zinchenko? He steps up when we need him, doesn't he? He was fantastic in the Champions League last season. In the final, you'd say he lets us down his positioning. But he always does pretty well to me. I think he's just an all-round solid player. And that is something you've got to rate highly at Manchester City. And I've always been impressed with him. Always very impressed with him. The City game, I believe, is in the UK on Sky Sports today. Whether that is something that you guys are watching it. Oh, no, you're just listening to me. You can time up your clock with my clock, which will be in time over here. And you can listen to me on commentary while you watch the game. If that is how you want to watch the game. If you want to watch it in a different way, that is completely fine. But you can still listen to the stream, hopefully. It's always good to have you guys putting your opinions here. You can see Leicester City have kicked off against Norwich City, and so have Watford and Everton. I think a winning for Everton there against Watford says they are through. And they'll be very happy with that, won't they, really? Everton a win there today. I think that would put them right through in this competition to staying in the Premier League for next season, which is big for them. I mean, monetary-wise, it's massive for Everton, isn't it? That and Frank Lampard, I wouldn't say he's done an unbelievable job, Frank Lampard, but I think he's done a good enough job, hasn't he, really, to keep Everton up. I think the signings he made weren't the most clever signings. I thought the likes of Dele Alli and so on weren't quite Donny van der Beek, I'm not sure they were quite the right signs for Everton, but they look to be staying up. It looks like Leeds United are going down, and it's still a 2-horse race between Manchester City and Liverpool for the Premier League title. And I'm very unsure who is going to win it. I'm sure who's going to win it. I think a win here for City puts me in a more comfortable position, but Villa were very good against Liverpool last night. That needs to be said. Villa were fantastic against Liverpool last night, and I think City need to sort of make a statement tonight with a win. They need to make a statement tonight. Rella says, what are your thoughts on Grealish? He's found his way at City. Does he need one more season? Yeah, of course he needs one more season, Redite. Of course he needs one more season. If you think about Manchester City and the way our players play, especially, the sort of, what would you call them? New signings, wingers, attacking players. Bernardo Silva, in his first season at Manchester City, you would have said he's terrible, wouldn't you? Now he's a starter for Manchester City. You couldn't imagine us playing without him. The same goes for Riyad Mahrez. The same went for Leroy Sané. The same went for a few other players. Rodri, we said, he's not good enough. He's too slow. Joao Cancelo, we said, he's not good enough. Zinchenko, you might have said he's not good enough as well. So these are things you've got to think about. Players do take some time to adapt to Pep Guardiola's style. I'm hoping Erling Haaland doesn't take time to adapt, because really we need him to get in there and score goals straight away, don't we? But that isn't a guarantee. That isn't a guarantee at all, is it, that Erling Haaland's just going to step up and score lots of goals. Grealish done really good against Newcastle last time, Sergeant. Yeah, quite right. I was very impressed with Grealish in that game. I was. And that assist at the end of the game, I think to me showed me the sort of player that Jack Grealish is and what he can be for Manchester City in the coming seasons. And I think the thing with Jack Grealish is deceptively older than you think. I thought, you think he's around 23, 24. He's not. He's 26 years of age. So he hasn't got this, long time to develop. But similarly to the sort of age we saw in Riyad Mahrez, which to me shows, well, look how long Mahrez has been around. Yes, a little bit more expensive than Riyad Mahrez, but definitely could have the same sort of impact from the left-hand side to Riyad Mahrez. And that is what Manchester City clearly are looking for, I think. Although I did think City would look for Grealish more in the midfield role. I don't know why they decided against that. We saw on the first day of the season, Grealish played against Spurs in a holding midfield role, didn't they? And in the end, they moved him to another position in the left wing, and I don't think either. So the players are coming out to the field now. Out they walk, Wolves and Manchester City from the Molineux Stadium in Birmingham in the Midlands. Speaking of Jack Grealish, that is where he is from. No start for Grealish today. He is on the bench, and hopefully he has a good game for us again today. So hopefully the stream is back up now. I'm hoping the stream's back up. City are about to kick off at my end. I'm maybe a little bit behind. Sometimes, sadly, that's the way it's going to work. But yeah, City about to kick off against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And it would be good to see who wins here today. So, for whatever reason, the stream is having an absolute nightmare. So you're going to have to give me a second. I'm going to try and sort this stream out. I don't know why it's being like this. Hello, we should be back here. No. Hello, we should be back in the We Are City channel here. Hopefully so. I have no idea what's going on here with the stream. Manchester City are 2 minutes and 11 seconds in to the game. And YouTube is giving me a tough day today. YouTube is giving me a very tough day. So hopefully you can hear me. Let us know in the comments if you can hear me. Ridai predicts a 4-2 win for Manchester City. We are hopefully up and running once again for Man City versus Wolves. It is a tough watch, I'm sure. Wolves in the orange. Let us know in the comments if you can hear me again, please. But we should be back and going here. City are 2 minutes and 40 seconds in to this first half. And Wolves in the orange. Manchester City in that lovely looking white away kit, which I own myself with Jack Grealish in the back. Maybe a bad idea, considering Grealish's performances this season. Here is Ait Nuri for Wolves. And they work it wide. They will work the ball down this left-hand side. Cross in, and City have to deal with it early on. And a chest back by Zinchenko to the goalkeeper. I'm glad you can hear me. MCFC Blue Moon, thank you. You've predicted 2-0. We should be back up and running here. Had a little bit of an internet problem. Hopefully, the internet is back to its best again. Fernandinho on the ball for Manchester City here. Well, a little bit worrying to see Fernandinho at centre-back. I'm hoping that he doesn't get caught in a foot race, because if he does, that's when issues will start to happen in this Manchester City side, I think. Laporte goes long for Manchester City to wide to Bernardo Silva. He seems to be starting off that left-hand side here. Phil Foden in the false 9 role. Well, I'm not quite sure. To be honest with you, I'm watching on a very small screen. And I can't even tell who the players are. Here's Joao Cancelo, Kevin De Bruyne. Cancelo with the ball in behind here. Raheem Sterling will chase. You think he's offside, Sterling? Playing off that right-hand side again. Sterling footing by Ait Nuri. And it will be a throw into Manchester City on this far right-hand side. Joel Malone is here. Good to have you, Joel. Cancelo with a throw in for Manchester City. Short to Kevin De Bruyne. Cancelo. Still Joao Cancelo. Past Ait Nuri. Gets a ball in. It's right behind for a goal kick. Just couldn't get his wrap his foot around that Joao Cancelo. Who seems to be a strange player. That is like, I don't, a right back that's better at left back than at right back. Very odd. Yeah, you're quite right, Joel. If you switch the notifications on, you'll know whenever we're doing a live stream. It should come up on the channel, actually, but I think YouTube sometimes has a few problems, doesn't it? Never seems to for the big YouTubers, but the smaller ones always seems to have a problem. Here's Ait Nuri. Little ball over the top here by Ait Nuri. Fernandinho with a push in the back on Pedro Neto, who seems to be playing on this left-hand side. The captain needs to not get run today. If we can keep him walking, we'll be okay. As soon as he has to stretch his legs, City could be in big trouble, especially playing him at centre-back. Ball over top here by Wolves. Looked like a foul on Rodri. Wasn't happy with it, and Fernandinho's been spun straight away. Rodri fouls Raul Jimenez, and it is a free kick, says Martin Atkinson. Jimenez, it's good to see him back, actually, after that fractured skull. Fernandinho at centre-back. I don't feel good about that, says MCFC Blue Moon. Yeah, me either. I think it's a problem, and Fernandinho's already been spun here by Jimenez early on. I think Fernandinho in midfield, it allows him to pick up those silly challenges and those yellow cards and things, because he's got a centre-back behind him. When he plays centre-back, City are in trouble, and if you think the season that City were the poorest in the Pep Guardiola, barring his first season possibly, was it 17-18, 18-19 season when Fernandinho had to play at centre-back for a lot of it, and we were shocking. 1-0, says Billy, with a Kevin De Bruyne strike. And Joe Malone's surprised Ake's not on. Well, apparently Nathan Ake still isn't fit, despite being on the bench. Long ball here, Zinchenko with a header down. De Bruyne lifts it over for Phil Foden. Oh, De Bruyne's in behind here. Kevin De Bruyne! 1-0 Manchester City. Just like that, City take the lead. And Kevin De Bruyne steps up when we need him. Brilliant strike from KDB. Brilliant strike from KDB. He's played in, I think it's by Bernardo Silva. And Kevin De Bruyne gives Manchester City a lead here at Molineux. Lovely finish into the far right-hand corner. It's a terrible clearance from Jose Sarr, right underneath it. Header down. De Bruyne over the top here. I think it's Bernardo Silva, is it? What a ball in behind. And that is a good finish from De Bruyne. You can't help but think the goalkeeper should do better. Still, he was in acres of space. De Bruyne didn't need to find him. He finds the back of the neck, does KDB. And City lead by 1-0. Pep Guardiola very happy with his side. That's a very good side here at Molineux. A very good start as well for Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne opens the scoring. And as it stands, Manchester City go 3 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. But we're only around 7.5 minutes into this game. MCF Blue Moon says, Brill ball, yeah, fantastic ball from Bernardo Silva in behind. Fantastic ball in behind. Wolves have got it all to do now. They can't sit back and try and hold on to this game. They've got to come at Manchester City. Came anything behind for Chiquito, who's absolutely burnt. Aymeric Laporte for pace. Chiquito, what a challenge by Aymeric Laporte. Wonderful, wonderful last-ditch challenge from the Spaniard. Ball over the top here by Raul Jimenez. Chiquito in behind. Laporte looks like he's running in quicksand, doesn't it? But it's a great challenge by Laporte, who's really stepping up, you know, Aymeric Laporte again. Looking like the centre-back we signed when he was the key man in that Manchester City defence. Crossing by Wolves, the chance here. Cancelo away. De Bruyne away. Jimenez. Foden battling for it. De Bruyne tries to get it away. KDB the GOAT, says Ridai. Swinging by Wolves and straight into the hands of goalkeeper Edison. Phil Foden is saying to Edison, calm it down. Joe Malone says 2-1 City. Think Dino might make a mistake and get spun. Well, he's already been spun. In fact, Joel, very early on in the game, and Rodri had to make a foul to make up for it. Here's Raul Cancelo for Manchester City. Let's just have a look at your vote, actually. There is 75% of you guys think Manchester City will come away with a win here today. I mean, you're all City fans, aren't you? And you're all positive Manchester City fans most of the time, not pessimists like me. Here's Raheem Sterling, brilliant skill against Willy Bolly. Sterling still, great play off this right-hand side by Sterling. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Wide to Alexander Zinchenko. Laporte has really proved himself this season, says Ridai. He has, and here's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva tries to shoot from a really narrow angle. When Phil Foden's in the middle, it sits up for him poorly to hit it like that, really, Bernardo Silva. But he tried it anyway, and he's put it a country mile over the bar. Agin says, why hate on Fernandinho? We're not hating on Fernandinho. He's just, I think he's got a mistake in him, hasn't he? We know that. This game looks open, by the way, very open. With this start, I think we can win a comfortable 3-0. I reckon Ake might come in the 60 minutes. I hope so. Two left-footed centre-backs alongside each other. Not sure that'll work. Well, you see two right-footed ones, don't you? I hate him. I don't hate him, it's just that he's not the same player. Yeah, you're quite right. Sterling, great strength by Sterling against Willy Bolly. And the throwing goes Wolves' way. And Raheem Sterling, unhappy with that alongside Kevin De Bruyne. Pep Guardiola is saying to the fourth official. Willy Bolly is pulling Raheem Sterling. Here's Jose Sarr. Needs to do a bit better with his distribution. Well, he hasn't done, has he? Because he gave it straight to Alexander Zinchenko. When scoring first away from home, Manchester City this season have played 12 games and won 12. No draws, no defeats when scoring first. Kevin De Bruyne into Bernardo Silva. City have set off really well here. İlkay Gundogan's got to do better to work that pass out wide there to Raheem Sterling. Not that Sterling would have scored anyway. De Bruyne out to Sterling on this right-hand side. Sterling, surely he's offside. He's not. Ball into the middle here to Gundogan. Cleared away by Wolves again. Rodri's beaten by Raul Jimenez. And this is a 2-on-2 here for Wolves. City caught in the transition. Here is Pedro Neto. Across the box of Wolves. And Wolves have scored. Shocking defending. But what do you expect when you've got a makeshift defence? Leandro de Donker with a goal. Open game. Shocking from City. Absolutely shocking from City. Caught on the counter so quickly into the game. MCFC Blue Moon says you're only going to stream the away games. Yeah, I'll be at the home games, MCFC Blue Moon. But I won't be at the away games most of the time. So goal for Wolves. And we're level already. Good start to the game as a neutral. Shocking defending from Fernandinho and Aymeric Laporte. Terrible defending. I don't know what Laporte and Fernandinho are doing here. What is Fernandinho doing? Then Dendoncker, I don't know who's not tracking him there. There's a City player who does not track Dendoncker at all. Is it Zinchenko? It's Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne scored a goal at one end and he's jogging at the other end. De Bruyne didn't look interested at all there. It's his fault. He's got to cover Dendoncker there. Shocking from Manchester City defensively. That is terrible. And Kevin De Bruyne, he's got to be annoyed at himself there. He might have scored a goal at the other end, but it's been cancelled out by him being lazy, really. I mean, it weren't entirely his fault. It's some shocking defending from Laporte and Fernandinho. Too easy to get in behind us as MCFC Blue Moon. It always is with Fernandinho at centre-back, isn't it? It always is. Manchester City 1, Wolves 1 within 12 minutes. Good for the Liverpool fans who are watching this, I'm sure. Here's Aymeric Laporte. Zinchenko. Shocking start for Manchester City in that position like that. To score and be in front and be in control. Terrible defending. The transitions are always the issue when we've got those two at the back, really. Roger should drop more deep and play that third defender, says Redite. Might be an option. Still think we should win this game. To be honest, I was worried because last time Wolves it was only 1-0. Yeah, I think it's going to be a game of goals, this. It seems very open to me. To be fair, Wolves seem open as well. City should get a few goals. However, Erling Haaland doesn't join till July, so we're going to have to put up with what we've got at the moment. Here's Raheem Sterling. Poor play by Joao Cancelo. He's a terrible right back, but a wonderful left back. We don't have easy games coming up, says Redite. No, we don't. We certainly don't. We still top the Premier League table, but only by a point. Only by a point. Let's not waste those 3 points, Manchester City. Cancelo's given away the ball again. And João Moutinho goes back to Connor Cody. Who's terrible in a back three. Wonderful in a back three. Terrible in a back four. Chiquinho here on this right-hand side up against Alexander Zinchenko. Really bad from City. MCFC 9320's here. Good to have you. Connor Cody looks for a long ball. They keep it in the Wolves. Down to the fullback. Well read by Bernardo Silva, I think it was, or Phil Foden. And City play out from the back. Angus says, do us a favour by drawing. I assume you're a Liverpool fan. You surely you'd want a defeat, not a draw. Oh, stupid ball by Gundogan is that. Because Bernardo Silva's a mile offside. So frustrating. Really poor from İlkay Gundogan. Just been sort of his season summed up, hasn't it? I don't think he's had a very good season. Wolves first team coach Carlos Cachada. Is Bruno Lage ill or something? Is he something I don't know that I haven't listened to? Didn't watch the build up to the game. Jose Sarr for Wolves. Terrible. I tell you what, Jose Sarr is absolutely terrible with his distribution. He gives David De Gea a run for his money. Here's Joao Cancelo for a throw just on the halfway line for Manchester City. Into Rodri. Cancelo again. Outside the boot pass to Aymeric Laporte. City's defence is like just Laporte on his own, really. So I can't really blame him for everything, but he does seem like he's playing on his own. Gundogan. Zinchenko. Rodri. Back to Laporte. Clearly City can get caught in the transition. That'll be our biggest issue today. Rodri. Still Rodri here for Manchester City. Gundogan. Back to Aymeric Laporte. Well, I don't know why we weren't doing this at 1-0 up. Taking 1-1 and now we're controlling the game. Kevin De Bruyne. Ilkay Gundogan. Laporte. Rodri. City trying to get some control on it. Joel says that they won from the 93-20 Aguero's train top. I'm not sure. Here's Kevin De Bruyne for Manchester City into Raheem Sterling. He's got a great chance. Kevin De Bruyne again. And Kevin De Bruyne scores again for Manchester City. 2 goals at one end. And a big mistake at the other. Kevin De Bruyne, the most important man on the field here. Ball over to Raheem Sterling. Can't get on the end of it. Jose Sarr. Calamitous goalkeeping. Onto the chest. Straight into De Bruyne. And he puts in the back of it. 2 on Manchester City. Well, 60 minutes get played and an absolute wonderful game of goals. Wonderful game of goals. Ball over top here to KDB. Is Sterling onside? He is onside. Jose Sarr, what are you doing? What is Jose Sarr doing here? Joel says he knew he scored. He didn't want to spoil it. Thank you very much, Joel. Thank you very much. These two teams never disappoint, says Adjin. Certainly not. I'll tell you who does disappoint though. Jose Sarr. What a terrible goalkeeper he is. I thought he was better than this. And I saw a stat actually. It was prevented goals. It was prevented goals, and Jose Sarr, the goalkeeper, has prevented 9 goals, apparently. You know, clear-cut chances. And every other goalkeeper's only prevented, you know, maybe 1 or 2. So he's, like, considered the best goalkeeper because of that. He certainly isn't, is he? I think someone mentioned there about David De Gea's passing. Sorry I missed your comment. Rudai said, although he makes some mistakes, I take him over Edison. Please don't hate me, City fans. Ooh. I'll tell you what, David De Gea conceded 5 to Brighton the other day, Red-Eye, so I'm not quite sure. Or is that just Harry Maguire tax? Is that what it is? So, you know, De Gea does make some good saves, doesn't he? But he also makes some clangers as well. He does drop some clangers. Here's Fernandinho from Manchester City into Bernardo Silva. City need to keep going with this now. Goals, goals, goals. 4 or 5-0. Get that goal difference up and make Liverpool struggle. Aymeric Laporte. Zinchenko. Foden. There's so much space in this side for Bernardo Silva and Foden and De Bruyne. De Bruyne right wide to Sterling. Cancelo's in acres of space here. Joao Cancelo. Cancelo across the box. Good defending by Wolves. Phil Foden says he's been fouled here. In the box. Maybe it's Jose Sarr's not his day, says someone. Joel says KDB has got 13 Prem goals this season. He's been good. MCFC Blue Moon says Maguire is on the bench versus Brighton. So it's just David. Well, you can't blame anyone then, can you? You can't blame Maguire. I only said Maguire because it's usually him that's the issue. Although I think we're a bit harsh on Harry Maguire, but he is a terrible footballer. So, corner for Manchester City here. Good defending by Wolves. Short to Kevin De Bruyne. Back to Phil Foden. Foden with a whip in. Nodded away by Wolves. Falls to the far post to Bernardo Silva. Not a good turn by him, really. And he gives it away. Long ball by Wolves and City deal with it. Cancelo and Zinchenko there back. Adjin says Maguire is awesome. Awesome for every team other than Manchester United, I suppose. Here is Bernardo Silva in behind to Kevin. Is it Zinchenko? I'm not sure. Ball into Phil Foden. It could have been Kevin De Bruyne. It was Alexander Zinchenko. Good chance. Didn't score. Foden had a tap in, really. Good defending by Willy Bolly. Here's Bernardo Silva again. Alexander Zinchenko. Back he goes to Aymeric Laporte. City playing well. Zinchenko. Gundogan. Rodri. Ooh, Rodri with a dangerous pass there. Nearly intercepted by Jimenez. Here is Sterling. Cancelo. Araujo injury was bad, says Redeye. Yeah, I saw that the other night against Celta Vigo. I do hope Araujo's okay. I think it's a concussion, isn't it? Apparently, he's doing okay. De Bruyne is brilliant. It's Grealish the goal. We have a We Are City Silver Club member in the house. Good to have you, Grealish the goal. And you have some exclusive emojis that only you can use. And you've got a KDB emoji there, Grealish the goal. You better start getting that out because KDB has scored 2 goals today. And he deserves the use of that emoji in the comments. Great to have you. We Are City Silver Club member Grealish the goat there in the comments, everyone. Here is Fernandinho for Manchester City. Laporte. Wide 2. There we are. That's the one. KDB the king. I made that emoji. Fantastic one. Here is Gundogan for Manchester City. Zinchenko. Back to Ilkay Gundogan or Rodri. Fernandinho. In behind to Raheem Sterling. City playing well. De Bruyne. Ooh, switch of play over the top to Phil Foden is fantastic. Foden takes it out the air brilliantly against Willy Bolly or Semedo. It is Zinchenko. De Bruyne again. Gundogan. Nice pass out to Cancelo. On the chest as well. Cancelo around the corner to Raheem Sterling. Oh, and Sterling gives it away. Joel says Aubameyang's been excellent for Barcelona. Yeah, he has. He's a good player, Aubameyang, isn't he, really? I think it's his attitude that caused problems at Arsenal. Maguire needs a partner. He looked good in Leicester. I don't know. I don't know if he needs a partner. I think he'll look all right in a back 3. MCFC Blue Moon says you'll soon have another. Well, welcome to the club. If you do join MCFC Blue Moon, you will get a little community post in there welcoming you. Grealish, the goal, actually has his Carabao Cup trophy, his League Cup trophy at the moment, because he's been a member for so long now. And in time, he will have his Champions League trophy that he could win as a member. Here's Joao Cancelo for Manchester City. Wide to Raheem Sterling. Sterling. Into Fernandinho. Back to Aymeric Laporte. Zinchenko. Into Phil Foden. Rodri. Brilliant play. Rodri wide to Joao Cancelo. City have got options here. Cancelo has whipped one in here towards Ilkay Gundogan. He had 4 runners there, Cancelo. I think he picked the wrong pass, really. And City have had 84% possession so far, which is pretty good, actually. They've started to keep control after that mistake. Wolves with the ball forward here. Fernandinho struggling with it. Ooh, Ederson with a header. If you remember last season, Ederson got sent off. Terry Albion is here. He says, come on, City. Here's Ilkay Gundogan. Wide to Alexander Zinchenko. Rodri's been the best DM in the world, says Joe Malone. Quite right. Been fantastic. Bernardo Silva. Zinchenko for Manchester City. Into Gundogan. Switch of play by the German wide as well. Cancelo. City seem to have a lot of space here today. Wolves struggling defensively. Fernandinho. I think City's high line they're just going to be careful of. Especially with someone with the pace of Fernandinho at the back. Laporte into Bernardo Silva. Really poor pass around the corner to Zinchenko. Bernardo's won it back though, fantastically, working hard to win it back. And City back in possession, and it's fine, you can play a bad pass, can't you, if you go and win it back. Your thoughts on the Premier League team this season, says Red Eye. I haven't seen it, actually. I have seen it, but sort of in a glance. I'm not sure who's in there. I think Rodri's lower rated than Bruno Fernandes, and somehow Bruno Fernandes has got in there. So I think as soon as you put Bruno Fernandes in there, you think, well, that's not worth it. Why is Conor Gallagher or someone not in there? He's been fantastic for Crystal Palace. I've no idea. Wolves dribble this one out of play. Red Eyes just said there, Bruno getting a higher card than Rodri made him mad. Quite right. No idea. No idea how that worked, Red Eye. But it seems to be the decision of EA Sports. Can you trust EA Sports? Not really. This is Pep Guardiola's 350th game. Oh, City have scored again! I don't even know what's gone on here. Kevin De Bruyne hat-trick. Kevin De Bruyne hat-trick. Get that emoji out. Grealish the goal. MK is here. Good to have you. Goal, Kevin De Bruyne. 3-1 Manchester City hat-trick. Well, he's turned up today, hasn't he, KDB? He has turned up today. And a hat-trick for him was at fault. Well, he scored 4 goals in my eyes. He scored the one for Wolves at the other end with a terrible bit of defending. And he's gone up the other end. Oh, I've turned the clock off. What a clown. How many times do I do that? City get the throw in. Sterling gets taken down. Kevin De Bruyne just carries on and smashes it. Takes the ball forward. Carries the ball all the way. And smashes it in the bottom corner. Brilliant from KDB. Past Jose Sarr. No chance for the Portuguese international. It looked like a foul on Raheem Sterling by Reunite Nuri. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne rings out around the chat here. Let's go, says Jonathan Alexandra. What a finish from De Bruyne. Well, he's got his eye for a goal today, hasn't he? A little bit more from KDB. Need some more goals. We've actually dropped in viewers since that goal. That might have been the Liverpool fans watching. who were hoping to hear me cry at a Wolves goal. Unfortunately, it's a City goal for you Liverpool fans. 14 goals in the Prem this season. His best ever goal scoring season in the Prem is Joe Malone. Could he get player of the season again for 3 years on the bounce? I just think he might. I just think he might. Wow. Bad news, my battery dies. I have to leave you. See you later, Adjin. See you later. Good to have you. Here is Cancelo. Ball into Kevin De Bruyne. Could be getting 4 or 5 goals here. Sterling. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. Zinchenko. City are all over Wolves here. Cross into the box by Zinchenko. Defended away. And a long ball away by Wolves. Jimenez. Well read by Aymeric Laporte. Fantastic player. And what is the referee given here? A free kick? A handball? I don't know. Martin Atkinson. Bit of his Liverpool shirt under his black one was showing there. What a goal, Kevin De Bruyne, says Linda. Man of the match already. Quite right. Quite right, man of the match goes to KDB. What a performance here so far. Oh, and Gundogan with a foul. And again, Martin Atkinson. Another free kick. MCFC Blue Moon says they shouldn't be here anyway. Well, of course, you know, to be honest with you, I do watch, you know, Mark Goldbridge sometimes, or people like that when United are losing. Kevin De Bruyne's first hat-trick in the Premier League. Is he getting even better and better? Well, I'll tell you what, when you say to Kevin De Bruyne, you say, listen, Kevin, you've been robbed of about 300 assists this season, so we're going to go and buy the best finisher in the world in Erling Haaland. Seems to put him in a good mood, doesn't it? Because he's got out and scored a hat-trick here today. They can go and watch Anfield Agenda instead. City with a chance here. Rodri with a rocket. He should have passed it, Rodri. Had to pass that to Phil Foden to make it 4-1. Instead, Rodri goes for goal instead. That's a mistake from the Spaniard. Had to go to Phil Foden there, Rodri. I don't know why he doesn't pass it. But City have got a sort of shoot on sight policy, haven't they, at the moment? Joe Malone, it is. Yeah, City are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. 75% of it. Say City will win this game. There's still some doubters, clearly, before the game. Willy Bolly, well done, Phil Foden. Referee gives another free kick here. Another really cheap free kick. A bit of pressure by Zinchenko on their winger. When it's Willy Bolly on Raheem Sterling, it's all fair game for Martin Atkinson. Wolves playing it out from the back here. Willy Bolly. Reunite Nuri, who looks quite a decent player, actually. He was good in the home game, wasn't he, against Wolves? Ait Nuri back to that Ruben Neves. Oh, John Martini out. Then Donker is playing in sort of the midfield. Don't know where Connor Cody's going. Wolves look absolutely all over the place at the back. I don't understand it. Jose Sarr. It's the edge of his box to Willy Bolly. Bolly brings the ball forward. Ait Nuri. Into Willy Bolly. Moutinho. Just a City fan says KDB. Yes, what a performance, KDB hat-trick. De Bruyne. There's got to be player of the season again. 3 years in a row. The Premier League's finest, I'm sure. Team of the season says Radai's Alisson, Cancelo, Diaz, Virgil van Dijk and Trent. Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Bruno, Salah, Ronaldo, Son. I don't think Bruno should be in there. The others are fair enough. Yeah. But why not Conor Gallagher? I think he's been fantastic for Crystal Palace, hasn't he? Gary Campbell says Wolves was never going to give him a game. Well, you never know. City have struggled against Wolves in the past, haven't they? At Molineux. Wolves still look alive. Here he is. Ryan Ait-Nuri, wide to Chiquino. Ball into Dendoncker. Leaves it for Jimenez. A good tackle by Rodri. And into the hands of goalkeeper Edison. Well done, Manchester City. Haaland will double our goal record in the Prem next season, says Joe Malone. Well, if we're scoring what in the Premier League? We've scored 100 goals, haven't we? Quite a few seasons in a row. Imagine with Erling Haaland. Gary Campbell says he's a Liverpool fan, but it seems like teams are scared to death to go at Manchester City. I'm not sure. I think City are just a good team. As Wolves another chance here and a good block by Fernandinho. I think City are just very good. Same as Liverpool. Here is Pedro Neto for Wolves. Nearly said Liverpool then. Could have been a Liverpool player actually. Pedro Neto linked with Liverpool and Manchester City. But he had a season-long injury pretty much, hasn't he? Which sort of really ruined his development. Crossing by Neto, and it's all the way behind for a goal kick here. City 3-1 up here after half an hour. And looking really good. Looking really, really good. Joel says he won't score double, probably half, like 30. Yeah, Haaland could get 30 goals, couldn't he? I think he could easily get 30 goals, Erling Haaland, for Manchester City next season. I mean, probably the big thing is whether he stays fit to play 30 games, because he will get a goal a game. However, if you're getting a goal a game at Dortmund, with City's creative talent, it could get worse, couldn't it? I think, Erling Haaland, when Manchester City signed, before Manchester City signed Erling Haaland, he was in the top 3 best young players in the world. He was one of the best strikers in the world. He was highly rated by everyone. Suddenly, he's overrated, he's injury prone, and a lot of other things. That's because City have signed him, isn't it? And for 51 million as well. Ridiculous signing. Fernandinho with a clearance here that's gone out of play. Throwing for Wolves just over the halfway line. MCFC Blue says his prediction is off. Yeah, your prediction is off, isn't it, in the end? I think City have come out here better than I thought, but there's a long way to go in this game, and there's just something about Wolves. They always feel like they can get back into it. Kevin De Bruyne tackled. Atkins says it's not a foul when it's the other way. Oh, Jimenez is an absolute mile offside, the Mexican. And the linesman flag up. And a free kick to Manchester City. Martin Atkinson there seemed to miss a foul on Kevin De Bruyne, but he doesn't seem to miss the ones on the Fulham players. On the Wolves play. Fulham players? What is on with me today? I've just played about 2 hours of football before this, so that's my excuse. And a 14-mile walk before I do the stream against West Ham on the weekend. I don't know where I'll be. Here's Aymeric Laporte. Zinchenko for Manchester City. Into Ilkay Gundogan. He's got 4 Wolves players round him. Rodri. City can break the press here, and they do brilliantly. Joao Cancelo. Ruben Neves trying to get across to him. Cancelo. Rodri. Great play by Manchester City. Wolves' midfield is non-existent at the moment. Absolutely non-existent. Kevin De Bruyne on the turn. Oh, what a ball by De Bruyne. Just misses the foot of Raheem Sterling. And into the hands of Jose Sa. But De Bruyne seems really up for today's game, doesn't he? Rudiger's been confirmed for Real Madrid. That's a good signing for them. Although, can he play in a back four? I'm not quite sure. Poor pass by De Bruyne here. And giving away. Rodri still going for it for Manchester City. Gets a foot in there. Jimenez doing well. Cancelo throwing his heel in there. And City win the ball back. Battling Manchester City. Really battling. Gary says, very good side, but most teams set up against City to do something on the counter. But it's something better to apply pressure to a team. I can see City winning this 6-1. Yeah, perhaps, Gary. I think teams do it to Liverpool. Spurs didn't they? Teams against City and Liverpool just want to sit back and hit them on the counter. Perhaps going at City and Liverpool is a better tactic. But I think if you do that, you risk getting absolutely torn apart, don't you? Here's Phil Foden for Manchester City. Especially against City and Liverpool, you'll get torn apart trying to just play as at our own game. Because City and Liverpool are by far the best two at doing it. Fernandinho. Joao Cancelo. Into Kevin De Bruyne. He'll have a little back heel, but Sterling wasn't awake to that one. 5-1 City now, says Joe Malone. I won't tell you my prediction quite yet. I'm not sure. Jimenez loses it. Throws himself to the floor again, the Mexican. Gundogan into De Bruyne. Raheem Sterling, he's asleep again. I think Raheem Sterling's just, I don't know what's going on with him at the moment. De Bruyne's playing a couple of good passes to him, and Sterling's not really there, awake, running. Pressing by City is poor. Reunite Nuri skips past Rodri brilliantly. Ball in behind it. City caught on the transition once again. Chiquinho looking for a chance to go past Zinchenko. Oh, it's a penalty, is it? Corner. Could be a penalty, this. The winger for Wolves is saying that Zinchenko took him down. I think Zinchenko just got a toe on the ball and prodded it out of play back behind for a corner. But I suppose VAR will look at this. No, it's a good tackle by Zinchenko, I'd say. But VAR will check this, I'm sure. Ooh. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't think City would get this as a penalty. I'll tell you that now. Oh, I think that's a penalty, personally. I don't think City will get it. But I think Wolves will get it. Liverpool would certainly get it anyway. Well, they haven't give it. I'm surprised. That looked like a penalty to me. Zinchenko lunges out, takes down the player, and then kicks the ball out of play. That's harsh on Wolves. Wolves play the corner short. Neto with a swing in here at the far post. Good defending by Cancelo. And Zinchenko up and underneath it. No nonsense and away. Oh, we've got to control this here. Oh, they're in trouble here, Wolves. Jose Sa under pressure from Kevin De Bruyne. Foot underneath it and away. Red-Eye says Sterling's got to go if he can only play good at the middle of the season. He's only got 1 year left in his contract, hasn't he? I don't know what happens with that. If he don't sign a new deal this summer, he's gone. City will sell him for money. Chance here for Wolves. Well defended, Rodri again. Well defended, Rodri again. Good feet from Sterling. Gundogan. Phil Foden. Oh, Phil Foden, stop that. Neves tries to foul Foden. No one can take the ball off Phil Foden. Quick feet from the Stockport Iniesta here. Into Kevin De Bruyne. Conor Cody tackles him. Foden again. Kevin De Bruyne once more. De Bruyne wants a shot, I think, every time he gets the ball. Cancelo. City go back to Fernandinho. Well played, Manchester City. Really good play. Had a chance to attack. It broke down. Zinchenko. Into Ilkay Gundogan. Sideways pass to Bernardo Silva. Back to Ilkay Gundogan. Rodri. Gundogan again. Wolves' front three is really, really narrow. Trying to stay in and around this City team. Try and stop the midfield from getting on the ball. That's a poor pass by Laporte, who seems frustrated with his teammates for not giving him an option there. Look at the pressing from Rodri here. He's a striker at the moment, the Spaniard. Jose Sarr. Can't force Wolves into a mistake. Rodri's got to get back now. Conor Cody. Gary says Sterling was hit and miss for us also. Yeah, he's one of those players, isn't he? I think when his confidence is up and he's in form, he's definitely one of the best players going. I mean, I've seen him score some incredible goals, but when his confidence is low, he just seems to not be able to control the ball, kick a ball, anything. Here's Jimenez, well won back by Rodri in the midfield. And back to Fernandinho for Manchester City. Into Ilkay Gundogan. Bringing the ball forward for City. To the right-hand side for Cancelo. Rodri. Alexander Zinchenko. Wide to Phil Foden. He's found a bit of space himself up against Chiquinho. De Bruyne. Oh, go back again, City here. City can't really play it out between the two centre-backs because Wolves' front three is very narrow. Red-Eye's quite right. If you like the stream, press the like button. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it makes a big difference to me. Here's Gundogan. Beautiful pass out to Joao Cancelo on the chest. But again, City go backwards. Wolves look a little bit leggy already. I feel like they are, confidence-wise, very low. You know, Kevin De Bruyne's hitting them with two real heavy blows. And they're sick of pressing. Here is Gundogan. Joel says he always likes the videos and he's already subbed. Thank you very much, Joel. It's just to anyone who hasn't, I suppose. If you haven't, why not give it a go? Here is Bernardo Silva for Manchester City on this right-hand side. Drifted away from that false nine position. Terrible pass by Bernardo Silva. Wolves are going to hit us on the counter here. Bernardo, well played. The thing is, Bernardo Silva does give it the ball away sometimes, risky passes, but he works hard enough to go and win it back. Someone like Ilkay Gundogan, I've noticed quite a few times, Gundogan, gets his hands up in the air and throws them about. Here's Phil Foden for Manchester City. Foden across the box here. Raheem Sterling can't get on the end of it. Good chance as well, Sterling. Here's Bernardo Silva once more. De Bruyne. Back out wide to Sterling. De Bruyne. Looking for another shot, KDB, but this time he's being closed down quickly by Moutinho. I think Ruben Neves had a haircut. Wide by Rodri to Raheem Sterling. Cancelo's made a wonderful run. Joao Cancelo. Joao Cancelo's got to put that across the box. But he goes for goal instead. Phil Foden is very unhappy with Joao Cancelo. He's saying put it across the box. Instead, Cancelo goes to the goal. Good ball by Gundogan. Good movement from Cancelo, but he's got to put this to the far post to Phil Foden. He's in a wonderful position. Why Cancelo's not putting that across, I don't know. Wolves have been really poor. I thought after goal they would cause problems. Yeah, I did as well, Joel. I think they still might. If Erling was here, it'd be 4-1. Yeah, I think, well, I don't think if Erling is here, it would be 4-1 because Cancelo still wouldn't have passed it. Here's Gundogan. Oh, well done, City, breaking the Wolves' press again. You could have missed 5 goals going for food. This will finish 6-1, says Gary. Possibility. Oh, De Bruyne there. He's fouled by Willy Bollitt. It's going to be a free kick for Manchester City. And the Wolves players are going absolutely mad because there's one been given against them. Well, they've had plenty, haven't they? Plenty been given against City. I don't know how they can play, the Wolves players. Good run with the ball into Kevin De Bruyne. He's about to take it away, and Willy Bolly kicks De Bruyne first before getting the ball. I don't know how he can complain, Willy Bolly, here. I remember him getting a red card at the Etihad a few seasons ago, really early on in the game, for a really poor challenge. So 5 minutes away from the half-time whistle being blown. City looking to go in with a 2-goal advantage at 3-1. A Kevin De Bruyne hat-trick. Here's Zinchenko. Oh, Zinchenko! Caught out here, counter Wolves. Under pressure. Across the box, Edison with a good save. Stops the cross, but Zinchenko, you've got to do better than that. Wake up. Dawdling on the ball is Alexander Zinchenko. He's had his pocket picked. Look at Laporte, puts a lot of pressure on. It's not a bad cross, actually, but no one getting in there for Wolves. Laporte, Rodri. De Bruyne is saying, give it to Cancelo. What are you doing? Hands in the air for Kevin De Bruyne, who's not happy with his side, not finding Joao Cancelo. Zinchenko. De Bruyne is saying, give it Cancelo. Finally, Manchester City do, through Rodri. Joao Cancelo. Back to Fernandinho. Red Ice, what's your thoughts on our home kit design as well as our away kit design? Is that for next season, the league ones? Away kit? I'm 100% getting that. With Erling Haaland on the back. There's no doubts about that. If we sign Frankie de Jong, he's going on the back of the home kit. But certainly the away kit. My favourite kit, I've said before, is that black and red one from the 11-12 season. We had Samir Nasri in gold on the back. And why not have Erling Haaland on the back? Gary says Wolves needs to throw the towel in. Like Rocky should have done to save Apollo Creed. I don't know, Gary. Wolves are not that bad. They're not that bad. They're giving it a go, aren't they? But I think if it gets to 4-1, they'll be worried. Foden here, being pushed and pulled, and the referee says no free kick. And Bernardo Silva in there to win it back for Manchester City. Sliding in, working so hard. Joao Cancelo, great first touch. Cancelo, still Cancelo. This one into Foden. It's a terrible pass. I mean, I don't know what he wants Foden to do with that when he's firing it at his forehead. And Wolves looking to come forward here. Pedro Neto. Jimenez. Neto. Neves. Back to Connor Cody. Who's, I just don't understand how he gets in the England squad. And if you watched Villa last night against Liverpool, how does Tyrone Mings get in the England squad? He's dire. He's absolutely useless. But I suppose Harry Maguire gets in there as well. But I think Maguire is better than Mings and Connor Cody. I really do. Here is Moutinho. Pass around the corner. Well done, Fernandinho. Aggressive defending there. Kevin De Bruyne on the chest. De Bruyne. Again, he's looking for Raheem Sterling behind. And again, Raheem Sterling is saying, I'm not running today. I'm reserving my energy for the West Ham game. Pass the ball to my feet. Long ball by Willy Bolly. Well done, Laporte against Jimenez. Stronger than him. Zinchenko into Rodri. Here is Joao Cancelo. Oh, not a bad ball. Tries to bend it into the box along the floor to Bernardo Silva, who can't find. Ball forward, and here's Fernandinho. Takes it down well on his chest. Joao Cancelo. Under pressure from Wolves. And he goes back to Fernandinho. Takes a poor touch here. And then finds Zinchenko. The Wolves press is very... I mean, they're pressing, to be fair to them, Wolves. Credit to them. They're giving it a go. But they're so easy to break out of. Ball through to Sterling here, who is absolutely useless. And can't find anyone. Good ball by De Bruyne around the corner. Raheem Sterling just can't control it. And City give the ball straight back to Wolves. Well, City are, if they win here today, a draw and a win away from the Premier League title. That's if Liverpool don't drop points, which I can't see them doing. Reunite Nuri. Fernandinho, good defending again from the centre-back. Ball into Bernardo Silva. This space again. Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne with a hit, wide by KDB. No City player has a go at De Bruyne here today. He scored a hat-trick. No one's saying, why did you shoot there? They can totally understand why he did. Sterling's been awful these past games. Jesus better than Sterling. You might be right there. I think Jesus probably is a better player in some aspects than Sterling. But if Sterling gets back to his best, he's by far a better player. Sterling needs to wake up. He sometimes can be world-class, sometimes mediocre. I'm not sure about the sometimes mediocre Joel Malone, but yeah, he can be. Here is Joao Moutinho. Wolves continue to try and play it out from the back, and they do well. Here is Reunite Nuri. Oh, ball into the back of Bernardo Silva's calf, and straight back to Jose Sarr. Connor Cody. Wolves looking for a pass. They found Cody again in the middle. Good pass. And City's midfield has been broke through here. Reunite Nuri. 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. Ait Nuri. Willy Bolly. Ait Nuri again. Reunite Nuri. Connor Cody looking for a long ball. Zinchenko wins the header. Good header by Alexander Zinchenko. Here's Ilkay Gundogan. Little flick into Phil Foden. Around the corner to Zinchenko. And Gundogan's still going here, and then he loses it. Try to do too much. Kevin De Bruyne, though, sees an opportunity, and look at the pace of KDB. Where's this come from? De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Into Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling down the box. Could be a penalty. Ooh, referee says no. Wolves come the other way. And good defending by Aymeric Laporte behind for a corner. Just the City fan says pen. Martin Atkinson says no. They're saying Raheem Sterling dived. Grealish the GOAT says, is it a pen? We'll have to see it. De Bruyne gives it to Raheem Sterling. I think he goes down a bit easy. Raheem Sterling there. And they're saying Laporte kicked it into Fernandinho for a handball. So two decisions that I don't think... if the Sterling one isn't a penalty, I don't think the other one's a penalty. Grealish to Goats is not a pen. No, if the one for Wolves wasn't a penalty, the one for City isn't a penalty. VAR's not even looking at it. It won't be a penalty for Manchester City, despite it possibly could have been. I think Sterling goes down way too easy. Way too easy, really. I don't know why. I think he miscontrols it. Cross comes in to the far post here. Good defending from Manchester City. Here is a chance for Wolves. Looking to get a ball into the box. Oh, good play from Manchester City. Ilkay Gundogan. City counter-attack here. City got a chance. Bernardo Silva, surely we can't mess this up. Although it is Manchester City on the counter. And we have messed it up. Joao Cancelo, a poor cross, deflects into the hands of Jose Sarr. That is half time. Manchester City 3, Wolves 1. We'll be right back after this short little ad break. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes' time. And we'll look at some of the tactical battles that are going on here. And the quickest hat-tricks in the Premier League, by the way. Kevin De Bruyne is now third. The quickest, Sadio Mane for Southampton. We'll be right back after this little short break to have a look at the tactical analysis of this game so far at half time. So introducing the We Are City Worldwide Fan Channel Club Membership Scheme. It's a chance for you guys to support the channel just a little bit more. In this video, this short little video, I'm just going to explain to you what it is, what you'll get from each of them, and will it affect the channel? That's probably the main question you guys are thinking of. Of course, you guys want to know, will it affect the channel? I'll answer that straight away. No, nothing on the channel will change. Everything will be exactly the same. It already is. Nothing's changing. This membership scheme, this club, the We Are City Club, is just a little bit extra for you guys if you want to, really support the channel and just get a little bit extra. And in that case, you'll be paying. So I'll tell you what it is and what you'll get for each one. So the We Are City Bronze Club, this is our, first starting tier of membership. And to be part of the Bronze Club, it would be 99p a month, a pound a month really, £12 a year, that's all it is. And for that, you get the basics, but you do get a little bit extra than that. So you get the loyalty badges that I've created that are on screen now. So the longer you're a member, the better the loyalty badge gets, and eventually you can be a Champions League winner here with your Bronze Club. You can be get these, so you can use them in live streams, these custom emojis here. I've made a few of them. As you guys, start to become members, the more I can add. So these are the current ones at the moment that you guys can use. And then finally, one that is an exclusive thing just for you guys is career mode uncut gameplay, or any gaming video uncut gameplay. So when I put the videos out and you guys watch them, the gameplay is cut into highlights to keep the videos down to around 40 minutes. The gameplay will be uncut, so the video will be an hour long, maybe a bit longer, and the gameplay is the full game. You can watch the full game, no highlights, no edits, get to see every little bit of action. That's what you get if you join the We Are City Bronze Club. So if you join the We Are City Silver Club, that would be $3.99 per month, a little bit more, but this is what I'd call our main membership scheme. This is the one you want to be on if you want the real extra. So you get, just like before, the loyalty badges, the custom emojis, and also the career mode uncut gameplay, but you get a lot more extra. You get early access to every single upload and every bit of content on this channel. So every time I upload a video, I tend to upload, sometimes I can be in 3 months advance, sometimes I can be in a few days advance, but every single time, as soon as I upload that video, you guys get to watch it. You watch it instantly. Never wait for a video ever again. They'll be right on your screen. You can even watch them in box sets and maybe watch a full season if you wait a few weeks, where some people will only be 3 or 4 episodes in. If you're our Silver Club member, you can watch a full box set possibly of the We Are City career mode gaming episodes or so on. You also get a little bit extra than that. You get an exclusive career mode series, a career mode series that only you as Silver Club and above Gold Club members will get to see. That is something which is pretty exciting. A series just for you guys, a series that won't be on the channel at all. You also get a monthly live Q&A where you guys get to ask me about the ongoings on the channel, what's going off the channel and so on, and give your input on whether you think that we should do a certain thing or not. You guys are really important. And also you get photos and status updates. So that is a little thing which is not massive, but every time I make a sign in a career mode or I do anything in career mode, you get to see it ages in advance. I'll take a picture, post it on the community tab, only for you guys as members to see, to know what is happening behind the scenes here on the channel. And finally, our highest tier of membership will be to join the We Are City Gold Club. £5.49 per month. You may say that is quite steep, but listen to the extras you get on this. You get the badges and the custom emojis. You get the early access to every single upload. You get the career mode uncut gameplay. You get monthly live Q&As just like the silver level. You get exclusive career mode series, but just a bit more than that. You get member polls, you get shout outs in videos. Your name will be mentioned in our videos. You will be ingrained in the DNA of this channel. And then finally, you get live commentary on non-Man City matches. So I do live commentary on the City games. You guys will be able to listen to me do live commentary together with you, sharing non-Man City matches. So we'll put out a schedule. You guys, the gold members, will pick which games you wish me to do the commentary on, and I'll do a commentary on one of those games which you guys get to watch along with me. It's really exciting if you're a gold member. I know that a gold member is a massive change. Silver members where you want to be, really. That's our main one. Gold members just a little bit extra for, suppose, you super fans who want to support the channel. And honestly, it is really appreciated if you join any level of our club's bronze, silver or gold club. That extra exclusive content you guys will get. Now, I've looked at what other creators have done with their memberships, and I think I am offering way more than a lot of them are. You get, bang for your buck, as they say. I'm trying to offer as much as I can for the lowest price possible, because I believe you guys deserve that here on the channel. So nothing changed on the channel. Membership scheme is now live. Please go ahead. If you want to be a member of the We Are City channel, if you want to join the club, then join it. Your support is really appreciated. I understand if you can't join, don't feel the need to join. But if you want to support the channel, just to get this to another level and be ingrained, like I said, if you're a gold member, ingrained in the DNA of the channel, mentioned in every video, then please go and join. Click that join button, join the We Are City club, and join us and be a member today. So, half-time tactical analysis here on the We Are City channel. First thing I'd like to say is, if anyone's seen the pictures going around of the celebration by Kevin De Bruyne, he did the Erling Haaland celebration, so a little message to Erling Haaland there from KDB, which is good to see. I've got Wolves in orange here, of course. I'm not sure what formation Wolves are playing, by the way. They're a little bit all over the place, aren't they? But Bernardo Silva's at the striker role for Manchester City. We've got Raheem Sterling here on the right-hand side. Kevin De Bruyne is literally playing off them here. Bernardo Silva at the false nine, and Gundogan and Rodri alongside each other. How have City got goals? Well, Wolves' problem is then Donker, as I sort of expected. I said, is he going to play holding midfield? Is he going to play centre-back? He's playing in a pretty much a free role. So it's not helping Wolves, is it? Because he's being dragged here, he's being dragged there, he's being dragged everywhere. And so is the Wolves team. Also, another thing to just mention is Grealish the GOAT there with a comment. He says, De Bruyne has been brilliant today. Is that a super chat? I'm a little bit new to this thing. I've never had a super chat before. So if that's a super chat, Grealish the GOAT, let us know in the comments down below. Just say, yes, it was, or someone else let me know. If it was, you're the first ever person to put a super chat here on the channel, so thank you very much. That is massive. Gary wants to know how many goals City will score today. Possibly 6, get that goal difference up. And Jules, remember when Sterling kicked the ground against Hoffenheim and got a penalty and scored? I do remember that, and it was actually Shakhtar Donetsk. It was. You get some, you don't you, I suppose. But that was a very poor decision by the referee. So City playing this sort of 4-2-3-1 formation. And as always, City are very fluid. Bernardo Silva comes out here, and it's more of a, you'd say, it's more of a 4-4, yeah, a sort of a 4-2-4, really. Sterling staying far on the right, Foden's far on the left, and Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne given the license to do anything. Now, the first goal came from a poor kick here, and Kevin De Bruyne, as soon as he picked that up, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne made that run, didn't he, off the defender, and the defender was too easily, I think, drawn to Bernardo Silva. As he was drawn to Bernardo Silva there, he could play it, and it was a lovely weighted pass, wasn't it, by Bernardo Silva in the end. That's something you have to say. It was fantastic. So, you can't, I think Wolves, despite being drawn in here, I think it was Connor Cody, the way to pass by Bernardo's brilliant, and then Kevin De Bruyne in this position's got a lot to do. One thing that's worrying is the Wolves' defence that was like literally over here for them. Sterling's left it all alone in the middle. De Bruyne doesn't even need him. He still hits it across the goalkeeper, Jose Sarr, and finishes that off. And tactically, City have outdone Wolves completely. Their goal came from a transition, really, didn't it? We saw Cancelo, Zinchenko, City all in this position, really. And it left Fernandinho and Laporte on their own. As soon as that ball gets played forward by João Moutinho, then they're in trouble. Then they're in big trouble, City, because everyone is forward here. And Wolves had a 2v2 on sort of the halfway line. For whatever reason, Fernandinho is following this man here. And Aymeric Laporte follows this runner, which is a bit of a strange one. And then Fernandinho halfway through gives up. Laporte goes back to this man, and Fernandinho goes back to this man. By the time Wolves have worked it wide and put it back across the box, why Gundogan Rodri not getting back, I'm not sure. It's left to KDB to get back, and he doesn't watch Dendonker's run. It's a good goal by Wolves, but City really just got back, haven't they? Got back into it, and as soon as that goal by De Bruyne went in for the second one, you're thinking, ooh, I don't think Wolves are going to get... You know, when Wolves scored that goal, you thought, is it going to be one of those days? But no, and tactically, City have really done Wolves today. And there's not much really tactically. Usually I can pick out things and say, well, I've seen this bit of movement, but I'm watching the game on a really small screen today. So I'm finding it very hard to actually see the way players are moving, unfortunately. That's why I'm getting some of the players wrong sometimes. Joel says, Kevin De Bruyne is different gravy. Linda says, your Brown, Silver and Gold Club memberships look great. Yes, definitely. I'd say the Silver Club. If you want to join any club, if you want to join the We Are City membership club, join the Silver Club. That is where the real stuff is. If you want to join the Gold Club, you are a ridiculous fan who just loves the channel more than anything. Join the Silver Club. That is where you want to be. The Bronze Club gets you a little bit, just a few extras. The Silver Club gets you pretty much everything, barring very extreme extras. And Joel says his brother's message that. Yeah, it was against Shakhtar Donetsk. I only remember it because I've seen it on a couple of clips and highlights. One thing I need to mention as well that I've also forgot a few times is the Fantasy League. If you're part of the We Are City Fantasy League, Jack Grealish is number one. He is top with 2,074 points. And Pep's Potatoes has 2,064 points. So only 10 points separate the top two there going for the We Are City title, which would be fantastic if one of you guys won it. And the winner, like we said, will be able to record a video of themselves, whatever. Send it to us and we'll put it here on our live at the start of the season. Celebrating with your trophy saying, I am the winner. And you guys can try and beat me next season. That'd be great to see. So if you are Jack Grealish, I don't know who it is, by the way. Umar is your name. If you're in the live and you're still part of the channel, then have a look. You can send us a video. If you do win, of course, it could be Rance as well that it does win. So it could be between them two. I suppose Joseph isn't too far out there, but it looks like Umar and Rance are the top two favourites to win that, don't they, at the moment? So that is good to see. My team, I think, is in the relegation zone. So don't ask me for Fantasy League tips because I'm clearly very poor. I mean, I was daft enough to put Romelu Lukaku in my team, and he scored about, 6 goals for Chelsea. And I'm one of them where I put a player in my team and go, oh, he's getting me no points, I'll take him out. And as soon as I take him out, he scores a hat-trick. Fantasy League's not my thing. I'm not really a gambler. Not that it is gambling, but it is sort of guesswork work, isn't it? And we will be doing a review of my Premier League predictions to see how many minus points I've got in terms of how many teams I've got out of place. And by looking at it already, I'm way out of the way the Premier League finish. However, I did say Manchester City top, and I could be right with that one. Second half, not too far away now. City versus Wolves. I say thank you again to Grealish the goal. If you made it, if that is a super chat, the green, I don't know. Maybe you guys know what a super chat is. I don't know. First time I've ever experienced that. But if it's super chat, thank you so much. You've been a member for 3 months, and you've got that League Cup trophy, and you're on course for that FA Cup trophy, aren't you? Not too far away now. A few games on Sky Sports. The EFL Championship semi-final playoffs. If you're in the UK, you can watch Luton versus Huddersfield at 7 p.m. I think that's tomorrow, this weekend maybe. There'll be some interesting games. And they're just showing the highlights of the KD Beagles. Fantastic hat-trick for probably one of our best players. And just imagine him with Erling Haaland in front of him next season. And he did do the Erling Haaland celebration, which is great to see. You know, just to see a player who obviously he really rates someone like he rates Erling Haaland. I think Kevin De Bruyne is exciting as us to see Erling Haaland in the Premier League next season. So maybe City will make substitutions at half time, rest a few players. We could see De Bruyne arrested, but I think Pep will keep him on. Have you noticed with De Bruyne, if we rest him, he doesn't play the game before the game that's coming up. You know, say like when we play Real Madrid, the game before we didn't play De Bruyne. Going into the Real Madrid game, he was terrible. I think De Bruyne, when you've watched interviews with him as well, you see that he plays better when he's already played the game before. I think giving him a rest doesn't work for him for whatever reason. Just doesn't work his way. I hope it's a super chat he deserves, says Joe Malone. Thank you. Yeah, well, I hope so. And if not, it doesn't matter. Whatever Grealish the goat has put in there has been fantastic. I think Chelsea have got a big win against Leeds United here. I can't see the score for whatever reason. MCFC Blue Moon says you're buffering for me. Yeah, I might be. I might be buffering. I hope I can sort this out. Blue Moon says, come on lads, 5-1 prediction. Better to beat than going at where is your heart. Well, Gary seems to want a chance of Wolves. Well, there is a super chat, and that could possibly be our first super chat. Hala Madrid from Roshane. Well, if you want to support Real Madrid, I've absolutely no problem with that. Absolutely no problem with that. You can keep giving me super chats, and you can tell me how Real Madrid are the best team in the world. Liverpool are better than City. Keep giving me the super chats, and I'm happy with that. Hala Madrid. I'm actually a big fan of Real Madrid, so don't worry. I was disappointed to see them beat City, but you know, Real Madrid are a top team. Hopefully we stop buffering pretty soon. I'll sort that out in just a second. I should be right back. Sometimes it lags a little bit, but we should be right back in a few seconds. I'm seeing green. It's just YouTube that sometimes is slow. Lukaku has scored. He's still in your team, says Joel Malone. Actually, Joel, I took Lukaku out of my fantasy team when he got injured. That is the humour of this. This is what I'm saying. I took him out and he's scoring for Chelsea again. So, things have not worked in my favour, have they at all? Thank you for the super chat, Roshane. Absolutely fantastic. Chelsea are 3-0 at the moment, says MCF Blue. If that is a Romelu Lukaku hat-trick, do not tell me. Do not tell me if that's a Romelu Lukaku hat-trick. I don't want to know. We'll just say it's 3-0. City versus Wolves about to kick off for the second half here. There is a chance Wolves get absolutely destroyed here, but there's still a chance to get back into it. The second half is underway, and if you're watching on Sky Sports in the UK, it is Andy Hinchcliffe on the commentary, a supposed Manchester City fan who hates Manchester City. So surely you turn the audio off and listen to me instead. You cannot listen to him, surely. Gary says, keep sending me the funds and say what you want. I love that. Quite right, Gary. I have no problem. If you want to tell me, Gary, that Liverpool are the best team in the world and you're going to send me a super chat, I will accept it. I will definitely accept it. Here's Raheem Sterling for Manchester City down this right-hand side. Got Phil Foden at the far post. Could find Phil Foden. Ooh, and good defending from Connor Cody. Nearly puts it in his own net there. Nearly puts it in his own net. It's not a Romelu Lukaku hat-trick, says Joel. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, when we did this fantasy team and we set up the fantasy league, I thought, well, we're giving away the person who wins it a chance to be on the channel. I thought, what if I win it? Well, how I was wrong. I'm in about 27th place out of, I think, 30. And I don't know, them people who were before me must have set the team up and then never done it since. Must be. Because no way they're worse than me. Corner for Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne swings one in. Wolves at... Ooh, Bernardo Silva was all alone at the far post there. Here is Bernardo Silva. Grealish, it's not a super chat. Don't apologise, Grealish the GOAT. You're a We Are City fan club member. Don't need to apologise. I've no idea what the green thing was. Well, clearly, YouTube have a thing for members, maybe, that you get a green chat. And if so, that's brilliant. I just wasn't sure, because I thought a super chat's like a big highlighted comment. I've got one anyway, but no, thank you, Grealish the GOAT. You are a We Are City club member. Don't ever apologise for not sending a super chat. You are doing fantastic things to support the channel anyway. City on the ball here with Joao Cancelo on this right-hand side. Great ball through to Raheem Sterling. He's onside here, Sterling. Raheem Sterling! Raheem Sterling! Makes it 4-1 Manchester City. Well, Wolves... Oh, no, he doesn't. He's offside. I should have known. I should have known. Premature celebrations there, wasn't it? Raheem Sterling goes through. Yeah, he's a mile offside. He can't look down the line, Sterling, can he? He can't look down the line. Oh, well, Rashane sent another super chat. Thank you, Rashane. Wow. Thank you so much. He says, good stream. And we all hate Liverpool. So I hope you beat Liverpool in the final, Rashane. I hope Real Madrid beat Liverpool in the final. If you've been on the channel before, you'll know I'm a massive fan of Spanish football. I watch a lot of the La Liga games. And I'm a big fan of Real Madrid. I'm glad they won the league this season. I don't like Barcelona, to be honest with you. I do not like Barcelona. Joe Malone sending the super chats now. Keep them coming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic for the super chats. It doesn't matter what amount it is. If it's a penny, doesn't matter to me. The fact that you guys feel like you want to pay me money to listen to me speak is fantastic. Thank you so much. Joel says, did the super chat work? It did, Joel. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to Rashane as well for 2 super chats. Hello, Madrid. Come on, Madrid. We need you to win in the final, please. Kareem the Dream. He needs to do it for us, doesn't he? Can't let Liverpool win that. I know they say sometimes you should support the English teams, but not me. I've been on a holiday in the Canary Islands recently. And I was around a lot of Spanish people who were cheering on Madrid against City, but I made sure I cheered on their teams against Liverpool. Fortunately, Villarreal weren't so good, were they? Here's Manchester City on the ball here. Mistake by Wolves. Raheem Sterling. Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne on the turn. We'll put past to Roger, but he works it really well. And I think in the super chat, guys, you can actually put a comment that comes up highlighted. So that is also something you can do. You don't have to just send the super chat. I think you can put a comment in there as well. Madrid-Liverpool will get their revenges, Gary. Watch this space. Quite possibly. Phil Foden here, been dispossessed. Raul Jimenez. Running at Manchester City. Phil Foden, I'm at Laporte. Good defending. Laporte is down here. Jimenez has gone straight into Laporte. Looked like a foul. Referee says no, he's letting it play on. Wolves across the far post. It's gone all the way to Reunite Nuri. I'm at Laporte still down. Crossing here and Rodri away. And finally Martin Atkinson stops it. This better not be an injury for Aymeric Laporte, because we're going to be even in a worse situation at the back. And judging by the way Jimenez landed on Aymeric Laporte there as they ran into each other, I don't want to say this, but that is the way ACLs tend to work. I don't want to say that, but I've just said it, so I suppose I do. I think that's Aymeric Laporte done. I'm telling you now, I think that might be Aymeric Laporte done. The replay of that, I think that he'd be very lucky that he doesn't get an ACL injury here. I think he's really lucky. Rashane says, I want to be a member just because you hate Barca. Send me the link. If you just go on our main channel page, Rashane, just click on it, go on the main channel, just click that join button, and it'll take you to that. It'll take you right to it. Jimenez is dribbling. Laporte tackles him. Jimenez falls with his full body weight into the side of the knee of Aymeric Laporte. And honestly, the way I saw his knee bend, I think that is really bad. I think that is really bad for Aymeric Laporte. Nathan Ake is warming up, but I think that could be Laporte's season over. I really do. I really do think, I think he's going to be very lucky to come out of this one. He's going to be very lucky to come out of this one. Aymeric Laporte. We'll have to see. what happens, but I think he's going to be very lucky to come out of this one, Aymeric Laporte. It looks a nasty, nasty injury. It really does. But we'll have to see. I'll have to see what happens. Just for you, Rashane, here is the link to join the channel. That should work. Click on that link and you're going to be a We Are City member. Just had to be a defender. He's up Laporte and he's walking, but that doesn't make a difference. I've seen plenty of ACL injuries where the players get up and they walk off and they think it's all okay. Gary says the Prem's yours even if he's out. Possibly, but another defender gone. It leaves us with just Nathan Ake at the centre-back position. I think if Laporte does his ACL here, City might look into the market for a centre-back. But I hope he's okay. He's been... Isn't it such bad luck for Laporte? He's finally playing well again and he gets injured. Here's Reunite Nuri for Wolves. Ball in behind here. Get up, Pedro Neto, you diver. Rodri's looked at him and he's gone over Neto. Here's Joao Cancelo. Kevin De Bruyne on the turn. Can we lift the trophy today, says Slag and Kogan? No, definitely not. Not until the final day of the season unless we see Liverpool lose again. Willy Bolly with a heavy touch there. Luckily it falls to Wolves for them. Villa and West Ham a great team, says Joel. Quite right. I'm worried about Villa and West Ham. I really are. Zinchenko, that's a foul by Zinchenko. It's going to be a free kick to Wolves. He knows he's going to give that away there, Zinchenko. It's so silly of him to pull the player back. But we can't lift the trophy today. Gary said he didn't look that bad, I thought. They never usually look that bad, Gary. It's just the way, because Laporte stood on his side, and the full body weight of Jimenez goes into the side of his knee. I've seen it happen to Mendy. I've seen it happen to other players at Manchester City. Radamel Falcao. When they've done it like that, just the pressure of someone hitting them in that position is where the ACL comes from. We'll see if Laporte can play on. He seems to be on at the moment, but it doesn't mean he's going to last for long. It really doesn't. Thankfully, I think he's okay. So, a free kick in a dangerous position for Wolves here. 8 minutes into this half. João Moutinho. Good swing in. Ederson with a punch. I think it comes off the Wolves player. And it's behind for a corner. I think Ederson probably in the end does pretty well with that. Here is Pedro Neto. Swinging for Wolves is coming here. Chance. Cross comes in. Cleared away by City. MCFC Blue Moon says Stones might be fully recovered. No, unfortunately MCFC Blue Moon, John Stones, Ruben Diaz and Kyle Walker will not play for Manchester City again this season. Pep Guardiola has said they will not play one game. The way City are playing, says Gary, I think West Ham and Villa you can live with. I hope so. Well, Rashane has joined the We Are City Bronze Club. Welcome, Rashane. Thank you very much. Good to have a Madrid fan with us. And Joel says Ederson's coming out and punching. He's great, he is. He's fantastic. Here is Joao Cancelo. Rodri. Fernandinho. Fernandinho once more. Wide to Bernardo Silva. He's pulled out to this right-hand side now. Joao Cancelo. Fernandinho. Ball in there to Bernardo Silva. Handball, says Martin Atkinson. Oh, he's played advantage and now he's given a free kick. But welcome to the We Are City Bronze Club, Rashane. Our first Real Madrid fan. The two others we've got are Manchester City fans, but a Real Madrid fan. Good to see you. Get to see unedited episodes of all our uploads to this channel. Welcome. And lots of extras as well in the Bronze Club. Here is Johnny Otto, the right back position. Into Chiquito. Ball in behind to Raul Jimenez. Laporte has been done for pace here. Raul Jimenez, good recovery from Laporte, who makes another fantastic challenge. Absolutely brilliant from Laporte. And he seems to be okay, although he is limping. Fantastic by Laporte again. Jimenez is a mile on side. Laporte's complaining he isn't. But he is on side here, Jimenez, and it's wonderful defending by Laporte again. Cross in. Header by Jimenez. Chance for Wolves. What a save, Ederson. Offside anyway. Well, trust Ederson to make a good save when it doesn't matter. Why can't he do that against Real Madrid? What a save by Ederson, but it means nothing. Offside against Wolves, but a really good save. Yeah, he's a mile off Connor Cody. What a save, Ederson. What a save, Ederson, in a meaningless save. Here's Kevin De Bruyne for Manchester City. Still going here, De Bruyne. Into Sterling. Back into De Bruyne. Raheem Sterling has got 2 left feet, hasn't he? And he's a right footer. Shocking. Here's Reunite Nuri for Wolves. Lumped long by them. Behind for a throw into City. And the Wolves players are frustrated with the Frenchman there. Did Laporte come off injured, says Joel. No, he's still on Laporte. He's just made a sprint. At the moment, he seems to be doing okay. The biggest worry is Raheem Sterling. He just can't seem to find a pass at the moment. Maybe get Grealish on. Although we did that against Madrid when we were a goal in front, didn't we? Didn't end well. Real Madrid fans, get ready to watch Klopp's fist pumps at the end of the final. I don't know if I can watch it, Gary. I can't. I don't know if you're saying. I don't know how you watch City games, because as a City fan watching Liverpool games, when you want them to lose and they're 3 or 4-0 up, I just can't watch it. Oh, De Bruyne's in here. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne! Stop that, De Bruyne! Oh, flicks it over the head of the Wolves player, spins around, little pirouette, looks to finish it off. Good defending by Wolves in the end. But Wolves are under pressure here. They've been terrible. I actually really worried about this game. Unless they turn up in the last 10 minutes or so, at the moment they look terrible. Long ball forward. Well done, Fernandinho against Jimenez, who wants a free kick. I tell you what, I'm Eric Laporte's coming off. I hate to say it, but I think I might be right. Because Laporte does not look like he's running well. Balling behind by Cancelo. Here's Reunite Nuri. Good tackle by Joao Cancelo. Still going against Nuri. And behind for a throw-in. Cancelo kicks it away. Wolves' poor performance. Was to be expected, possibly. Laporte. That really could be an ACL for Aymeric Laporte. I don't know how he's still going here. He seems to be wanting to play through it. Ball forward by Wolves. Well done. I tell you what, Fernandinho, barring where he got spun at the start and the goal, has been very good at the back. Been very aggressive. I think against the pacier player, he'd struggle. Roche with another super chat. Thank you, Roche, the Madrid fan. I don't know how people stand Liverpool fans. I think it's the same for all fans, Roche. I think every team has bad fans, don't they, really? You can't say all Liverpool fans are bad. Maybe they have more bad fans than the other. I'm not quite sure. I just think Gary seems like a good guy. Gary seems like a good guy in the comments, and he's a Liverpool fan. So I don't think all Liverpool fans are bad. City, Real Madrid. Unfortunately, like everything in life, you get idiots. And I say the percentage of them tend to be Manchester United fans. I say they have more than anyone else. But it just tends to be the way it is. Raul isn't speedy, luckily, says Joel. Yeah, if he had his pace, Raul, we would be in trouble. Zinchenko. Here's Bernardo Silva. Into Kevin De Bruyne. Into Phil Foden. Across to Raheem Sterling. Kevin De Bruyne! It's another for KDB. It's 4 on Manchester City. And he's been inspired by the Erling Haaland signing, hasn't he? Another goal for KDB. Terry Albion says we want 5. He's just there in the right place every time, KDB. It's unbelievable. KDB, Kevin De Bruyne says Grealish the goal. What a wonderful emoji that is to use. The king. And he's done it again. What a finish. Again, it's one of them where it just falls to him. City, great football. Balling behind to Phil Foden by De Bruyne. Phil Foden's a mile onside. Cross to Sterling. Good defending by Nuri, but again, the midfield of Wolves is absolutely useless. Honestly, I don't know where Ruben Neves is. Had a wonderful finish by KDB. I knew he scored, but didn't want to spoil. Thank you very much, MCFC Blue Moon. You can celebrate it now. De Bruyne is class and 4 goals for KDB now. It's the KDB show, isn't it? The KDB show. He's got to play close to striker. Pep Guardiola has just leaped on top of Rodolfo Barello there. Roshane says he's class. Kevin De Bruyne is unbelievable. I think anyone who says he's not the best midfielder in the world, you're wrong, aren't you? Because he surely is. And there's only a few players close to him. I'd say Luka Modric. Certainly not Bruno Fernandes. Absolutely nowhere near him. And Laporte has gone off here. And they're examining his knee. And it doesn't look good for Aymeric Laporte. Nathan Ake is on for Manchester City at the back. Long ball forward here. Oh, Jimenez in a foot race with Fernandinho. He's burnt him. Jimenez. Oh, it's a penalty. That was a penalty as clear as day. That was a penalty as clear as day for Fernandinho on Pedro Neto. He's absolutely flattened him. And City go the other way. Zinchenko. Foden. Foden to the far post. Raheem Sterling. Oh my word. Raheem Sterling. Just stick your leg out. And it'd be 5-1. KDB was every midfielder yet. Roshane says, I remember when people compared Bruno to him, the disrespect. I know. That's a penalty for Wolves. My word. Wolves should have a penalty here. It's got to be a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. I think VAR have got to look at this. Joel says, Everton drew 0-0 with Wolves. Well, that's terrible for Everton, isn't it? Oh, Sterling. He's supposed to be quick, Raheem Sterling, but honestly, I've never seen him run. You see him quicker walk from the sideline and at half-time than you see in the game. Benzi all the day, says Roshane. I think it's tough. It's tough, that one. As a City fan, you've got to say De Bruyne is better than Benzema. And I think as a Real Madrid fan, you've got to say Benzema's better than De Bruyne. But I think you've got to ask the neutrals, haven't you? You have to see what the neutrals think. Sterling, how's he missed that? Says Grealish to go. Sterling could have easily scored. I thought that as well, Grealish to go. He should have scored. Joe Malone says Fernandinho gets away with almost any foul. I love him for that. How is that not a penalty for Wolves? If that happened to City, I'd be going mad. They should have had 2 penalties, Wolves, today. Premier League keeping the title race alive? I don't think so. Looks like Martin Atkinson's ending it. That should have been a penalty for Wolves. He kicks his legs. If he gets anything on the ball, it's like a tiny little bit. Ake's on here. Let's see. I think Ake is fantastic, by the way. I was a massive Nathan Ake doubter. I thought we paid 41 million for a relegated centre-back. Since I've seen him play this season, he's been absolutely fantastic. But the worry is I'm Eric Laporte being injured. But I'm happy with Ake. It just means if anything happens to him and Fernandinho, it's CJ Egan-Riley at the back, isn't it? Or Luke Mbete. Long ball to Willy Bolly by Manchester City. Headed away by Willy Bolly. Header by Dendoncker. We've seen how long we can keep it in the area. Rodri gets it down brilliantly. Kevin De Bruyne on the spin. Who's give Ruben Neves the absolute runaround today. De Bruyne with a good pass and Raheem Sterling. De Bruyne passed it left and Sterling goes right. Just can't seem to read a thing, Sterling. Completely different wavelength. Here's Pedro Neto. Grealish to go says Ake's having a good season. Quite right he is. And we have our end of season awards coming. Our end of season, ratings to the players. Ake rates very highly from me. Very, very highly. I rated them early in the video because I wanted to get the players rated before the end of the season because I don't like judging them by 1 or 2 games towards the end. Rashan says, don't forget Kevin De Bruyne. I won't phone to replace Modric. I don't think it's happening, but I tell you, you might get to replace Luka Modric, Rashan. Jude Bellingham, another very good English talent. Keep an eye on that. I think that is a big possibility from... I follow a Madrid Zone on Twitter, give you all the news, and they seem to be reporting a lot about Real Madrid. Very, very interested in Jude Bellingham. Also, Tchouaméni looks to be arriving, doesn't he, this summer, if Liverpool don't beat you to him. Here is Ake. Back to Fernandinho. And also, Roshane, I have a video coming up around the 3rd of June, I think it is, which is my favourite players of all time. And there's quite a few Real Madrid players in there. I'll give you a few names if you're a Madrid fan. Guti Hernandez, Raul, if you remember Raul. Honestly, some of my favourite players of all time. Here's Joao Cancelo for Manchester City. Wide to Raheem Sterling. Back to Rodri. And Gundogan. Sterling's the most inconsistent player, says MCFC Blue Moon. Quite right. I think he is in this squad, isn't he? City slowing down a little bit. Rodri. Cancelo. Still 4-1 here. Could make it 5. Got plenty of time, haven't we? 15. 25 minutes to go yet? 25 minutes to go in this game. Alexander Zinchenko. Back to Nathan Ake. Under pressure is Ake. He's fouled. And the referee says play on Bernardo Silva. It's a throw into Wolves. I think Ake was fouled there. The referee thinks not, although Martin Atkinson has not given 2 penalties against us, so I won't complain about fouls like that. And if we don't get a penalty, I won't complain either. Asteroid Meteor says we need another one. Have you got a bet on? I don't know. I think we'll be okay at 4-1, but quite right. The more goals City score, the better our goal difference looks. If we do slip up, we'll be way ahead of Liverpool, although they've got games to play and goals to score as well. The likes of Salah, Mane, Luis Diaz. Jota, or Zinchenko's been absolutely spun here. Here's Dendoncker. Wide to Pedro Neto. Come on, Ake. Neto. Swing in here, straight into the chest of a City player. City calmly away. Ilkay Gundogan. All before my time, but exceptional play. Only saw the end of Raul Cruz's career. Raul is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, Rashane. And Guti as well. If you've seen any of Guti, I think Guti, my personal opinion, is just like Kevin De Bruyne is now, but so underrated. De Bruyne into Phil Foden. Phil Foden off the post. Oh, Foden's at the post from a few yards out. He's got to score that, Phil. Got to score and make it 5-1. Good chance. Big miss for Phil Foden. Oh, and Jimenez played in here. An absolute mile offside. Doesn't matter anyway. Edison's out to clear it away. And they say play on the linesman. Then Donker. Foden should score there. If you've got any time, you people, by the way, what I'm saying to Rashane, go and search Guti Hernandez, Real Madrid highlights. He's Kevin De Bruyne. I'm telling you now, he's Kevin De Bruyne. Crossing here by Wolves. Then Donker again. And rolled into the path of Edison. And City players are very angry with the linesman there. Offside. Pep Guardiola, I won't tell you what he's just said there. But he was not happy with the linesman. Jimenez looked a mile offside. De Bruyne went to Foden, not Sterling. Phil Foden should score there. Phil Foden should score here. Joel says the Hernandez he likes is the Watford player. Yeah, he's good as well. Cucho Hernandez. Yeah, he's a good player. I actually quite rate him. I think a bigger club will pick him up from Watford, surely. Although he doesn't seem to play many games. Terrible header by Fernandinho. Here's Raul Jimenez. Rodri on him as well. Joao Cancelo, City players throwing boots in there. Trying to slow down the Mexican. From range, Raul Jimenez! Just over the crossbar. I think it's a save from Edison, in fact. Good strike for the Mexican. And a tip over by Edison. About 30 yards out. Really good save by Edison. Really, really good save. Here is João Moutinho. Pedro Neto, great ball in, just over the forehead of Willy Bolly, who is rising the far post. Ruben Neves can't keep it in. That ball's surely gone out of play. The ball was a mile out. Here we go on the counter anyway. Bernardo Silva. Oh, he's got to give it to Sterling there, Bernardo. He's got to play it to Sterling. Edison's been brilliant today, Joel. You're quite right. Made two really good saves. That was a fantastic one. I have to say, Alisson was brilliant as well for Liverpool the other night. If you just discount his kicking, he's surely one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I'll tell you who the best goalkeeper in the world is right now. If you don't know him, go and look at him. Plays for AC Milan and his name is Mike Maignan. Go and have a look at some clips of Mike Maignan. He is the best keeper in the world. MCFC Blue Moon says Edison only saves shots when we don't need him to. I do sort of agree with you there, unfortunately. I don't want to, but you're right. He does sort of save shots when we 4-1 up. But when it's 1-1, he can't seem to save them. Good play from Phil Foden here. Ilkay Gundogan into Rodri. Back to Fernandinho. I don't know what Gundogan's doing, but he's saying, I want the ball. He's chasing it. Cancelo here. City playing the game at walking pace. It should be 5-1. He's class. Francis new number 1 says Joel. Yeah. Mike Maignan, I tell you what, he might not be as good as Edison with the ball at his feet, but you go watch AC Milan. Some of the balls he picks out, he's just pinging it forward. Brilliant player. Brilliant goalkeeper. He really is. What is he, 27? Tell you what, if someone said to us, we want Edison for, 50 million, 60 million, and you could pick him up for the same, I don't know. I might do it. I might say yes to that deal. Here's Rodri for Manchester City. Into the centre circle to Bernardo Silva. City knocking it around now, just toying with Wolves. 1-2 passes, keeping possession. Fernandinho orchestrating the team from the back, the captain. Gundogan wide to Joao Cancelo. De Bruyne back to Cancelo. Great football. Rashane says, speaking of Milan, Brahim, he's raced his game this season. I do remember Brahim Diaz. Big fan of him when he was at Manchester City. I was disappointed that he joined Real Madrid, and I don't think it's really worked out for him, has it? But it seems to be working better for him at AC Milan. Perhaps we see him at Real Madrid one day. I don't think he's Real Madrid level, but he's certainly AC Milan level, and he's a good player. Raheem Sterling, first touch like a trampoline. And in the end, he actually does well physically against Willy Bolly and gets it out for a throw-in. But he just pinged off his right foot there. Bernardo Silva on the throw-in. And he's taking his time here. Leave it for Alexander Zinchenko. Bernardo feigns to take the throw in again for a second time. Double substitution for Wolves. The man on loan from Barcelona, Trincao, is coming on. For Raul Jimenez, who shakes his head, the Mexican. And it is Hwang Yi-chan, who is also coming on here. I'm not sure who for. Joel Malone says it could be 6-1. The Liverpool fan Gary might be right. He could be. Pedro Neto is the one who's off of Hwang Yi-chan. Joel remembers Brahim Diaz. Yeah, we signed him from Malaga when he was 14, Brahim Diaz. He's a boyhood Real Madrid fan. I can see why he decided to go there, really. I can understand that. But it hasn't worked out for him, as unfortunately. I think he could have made it at City, really. Here is Zinchenko, given straight away to Wolves. Neves with a terrible pass. Zinchenko into De Bruyne. Into Cancelo, back to KDB. And he goes back to Fernandinho, Rodri. Into Nathan Ake. And Ake back to goalkeeper Edison. City say, come on Wolves, come on to us. And as soon as Wolves come on to them, City will get in behind. Edison the left hand side of his box. Fernandinho. Grealish should come on for Sterling, says Grealish to go. You're talking sense here. Quite right. Grealish should be on. I'd bring Grealish on, not Mahrez. Rest Mahrez. Poor pass by Zinchenko. I think Zinchenko's passing success rate in this game is about, what, 30%? Here's Nathan Ake. Leeds have lost 3-0 to Chelsea. That could be Leeds done. Kevin De Bruyne. Long ball to Phil Foden. What a ball. Bernardo Silva. Foden's in space. Back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva across the box, the far post. Raheem Sterling's there. Good defending by Rian Aitnuri, who's probably been the one shining light in this Wolves team. Really, he actually put a shift in. Cancelo. Through to Raheem Sterling. It's a poor pass. De Bruyne. And he beats Hwang Yi-chan to it. Or Jean Moutinho. City should make the sub now, I think. Sterling's got to come off for Grealish. Why not? Rodri. Unless Grealish is playing against West Ham. I think Grealish will come good next season like Riyad Mahrez. Thought he was brilliant against Newcastle. Cancelo. Back he goes. It's Tottenham versus Arsenal tomorrow as well. North London derby time. That'll be interesting. Edison out to Rodri. Rodri here. Looking for a pass again. The Wolves front three, I don't get it. They press so narrowly. And I don't understand why. Not working, is it? Before one down. Cancelo. Fernandinho. It takes a year to get into Pep's plans. Quite right, Joel. Have you guys planned for Julian Alvarez? Yeah, looks decent. He's going to be the backup to Haaland, Rashane. Ridiculous, isn't it? We've got Haaland. We've gone from no strikers to Haaland and Alvarez. Wonderful. Here's Zinchenko. I think as a Real Madrid fan, you might be disappointed you didn't get Haaland, but you're getting Mbappe, aren't you? You can't be too greedy and want both. You can only really have one or the other. Here's Ake. City are just seeing this game out now. And there's still 15 minutes left. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Gundogan. Oh, it's a terrible ball by Gundogan. Jose Sarr. Wolves play out the danger here. They're lucky not to give it back to Manchester City. Terrible ball by Gundogan. He had two players in front of him and went over the top. I don't know why. Here is then Donker back to Johnny and back to Connor Cody, who can only play in a back three. Otherwise, he looks like Harry Maguire. He's class. I think he'll play in behind Haaland as a centre-forward role. Yeah, maybe. I mean, imagine two up top. I can't really see City doing two up top, but especially when teams sit back. Pep has been known to do it before. He hasn't had the chance to do it this season, has he? But he might do. Gundogan into Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne. Back to Rodri. Out to Gundogan. Into Foden. It's brilliant for Manchester City. Bernardo Silva there. Sterling! Oh my word, Raheem Sterling. He's got an open net at the back post. And he runs into the goal post instead. I mean, can he really be this bad? How was Sterling missed that? Rashane didn't want Haaland because of Benzema. Yeah, quite right. You've got someone in that position anyway. You've got someone in that position anyway, don't you? So why do you need Haaland when you've got Benzema? I don't know how Mbappe fits into that, though. If you've got Benzema at striker, you're playing a front three, you've got no right winger, you've got Vinicius Junior, who's been incredible, who's got to play on the left. Where's Mbappe play? Because he will not play on the right. You're going to have to play 2 up top next season, Real Madrid. Riyad Mahrez is coming on for Manchester City. Fernandinho's coming off. 1 at the back now in Nathan Ake. I think maybe we'll see Rodri drop in there. So Fernandinho off. Riyad Mahrez on for Manchester City. The captain. I don't know if he's injured. If he is injured, we're absolutely finished. It's Rodri and Ake at the back. Well, this is some makeshift defence, isn't it? But at least we 4-1 up. How is Sterling not come off? Laporte's knee is being iced. I tell you what, I don't think that's good for Aymeric Laporte. I really don't. Kevin De Bruyne pulls down a Wolves player, and he gets a yellow card for it. Can Vinicius Junior play left and right? He can't. He can only play on the left jolt. 2 up top, says Rashane. Yeah, I suppose he did play 2 up top against City. Benzema and Mbappe up front. Vinicius on the left. Valverde on the right, because he is sort of a central midfielder anyway. How is Raheem Sterling still in the field here? I don't know. Gone to the left-hand side, Sterling. He can miss hitters from this side instead now. Conor Cody with a long pass. Terrible one. Zinchenko, good header. Gundogan. Well played, Ilkay Gundogan, and Rodri lets it run. Rodri might be playing centre-back for the rest of the season, mightn't he? Why buy Rodri to Joao Cancelo? Bernardo Silva. City have dominated this Wolves side here today. Gundogan. Cancelo. Back to Rodri. Rodri into Nathan Ake. And White Alexander Zinchenko. Options. Kevin De Bruyne is one of them. He finds him. KDB to Raheem Sterling. Sterling. Trying to run the defender. Sterling with a good cross in. Sterling with a brilliant cross in. Mahrez this time. Haaland scores that. He's in there, isn't he? Given away by Wolves to KDB. And he goes back to Nathan Ake. Rodri. City is so in control of this game. Gundogan. Wide to Cancelo. Wolves look like they finished. You're doing the North London Derby game, says Rashane. I don't plan to, actually. I don't think I'll have a chance tomorrow. But it will be an interesting game. If I get the chance to, perhaps I might do. Why are we selling Gabriel Jesus and not Sterling, says MCFC Blue Moon? I wish I could answer that one. I would sell Sterling over Jesus, but I suppose that's just the way it works out sometimes. Here's Joao Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. Back to Rodri. This game as the tempo is slowly dropping. The City have one thing in their mind, that's to keep possession. Entire this Wolves side out. We could be 5 or 6-1 up here. Foden's missed a sitter. Sterling's missed a sitter. Although I think Sterling's was easier. Here is Bernardo Silva. Foden. Rodri. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. Here is Zinchenko. I might start doing some different games next season, Rashane. I've only just got back into the lives, actually. So I'm not going to do too many. Here's Raheem Sterling. Oh my. Raheem Sterling. He can't pass. He can't dribble. He can't shoot. He can't run. Cancelo here. To the far post. What a stupid cross. Why is he crossing to Sterling? You might as well cross the thin air. Here's Wolves on the counter. Stop giving Sterling the ball. Oh, Bernardo Silva's been pushed and pulled by the Wolves fullback here. And a free kick Manchester City. Horrible pass by Sterling, says Grealish to go. I mean, how can you get the way to pass so wrong? So wrong. And it looks like Bernardo Silva has picked up an injury of his own now. Phil Foden's coming off. Sterling stays on. We continue to play with 10 men. It's Jack Grealish. Grealish to go. On he comes for Phil Foden. They must wonder how he hasn't got a goal today. But it was his own fault for missing that chance. Well, Grealish comes on to create some chances for Raheem Sterling to miss. Some Madrid games can't hurt, says Rashane. If they were important, then I would do them. I tell you what I might do, Rashane. I might do the Champions League final. But I don't know if I can do it really, because if Liverpool are 2 or 3-0 up, I don't know if I can handle it. I'd have to stop the stream. Come on, Jackie boy, says Joel. Grace the Goat, says Jackie G. He's here. Can he do anything in the last 7 minutes or so? Not give him long, as he, Pep Guardiola. Perhaps he'll start against West Ham. Here is Zinchenko. Grealish. Oh, great play from Grealish straight away. And wins a throw-in for his side. Making an immediate impact. City's £100 million man. To put it into perspective, City have signed Haaland for half the price. That is worrying. Showing a couple of highlights of the goals here. Sky Sports. The De Bruyne hat-trick. The De Bruyne hat-trick, he scored 4. More than hat-trick. All 4 were fantastic goals, weren't they, really? Right place at the right time. City on the attack again, Joao Cancelo. Oh, what a ball! KDB. Apologise to Cancelo. Poor touch by him. Jose Sa rules it out. Oh, Rodri's been absolutely spun here by Hwang Hee-chan. And Nathan Ake is wonderful. Nathan Ake is fantastic. Hwang Hee-chan saying he's snapped his ankle. Play on. They played on when Laporte went down. We should play on now. Well, City have put the ball out of play. I think. Well, Wolves wouldn't do that for us. We're too kind. We're too kind. MCFC Blue Moon says he has a higher chance of Sterling than scoring today. You might do. Rashane says the third one's fire. Yeah, brilliant goal from De Bruyne. He's just so good, isn't he? Just so good. He might get 5 yet. I'm telling you now, Hwang Hee-chan's still limping. He's only just come on for Wolves. Well, they made all 3 subs, because if they have, I'll be worried. Gundogan. Cancelo. I can't believe it's only 4-1. Linda says she thinks I should commentate on the Champions League final. Well, hello Madrid if I'm commentating on that. I'll have my Real Madrid shirt on. Oh, City with a chance here. Brilliant football. Jack Grealish for Manchester City. Do not pass to Sterling. Into Joao. Cancelo! Oh my word, Raheem Sterling scored a goal. This is not a drill. And I tell you what, if he missed that, the ball was on the goal line when he put it in, by the way. I mean, it should be, it was on the goal line. Raheem Sterling scores to make it 5-1. I mean, even he couldn't miss that one. He looks disappointed in himself. Even he could not miss that one. Great football from City. Ederson with a slip. Sends it forward to Cancelo. A little nod on to Mahrez. Back to Cancelo. Then into Jack Grealish. Jackie Grealish picks out a great pass to Cancelo. The shot is blocked by a Wolves player, and it falls so fortunately to Raheem Sterling, who has got the biggest of all tap-ins at the far post. And we score. Terry says he wants 6. Ake is very underrated, says Joel. And Grealish is Sterling finally. You're right, Joel. Ake is class. He's class, Ake. He is. If you've heard the way I talk about my channel, I weren't a big fan of him, but I've eaten my words on Nathan Ake. He's class. He might turn back to the old Nathan Ake, but he's class. Blue Moon says, forget what I said. Well, yeah. It was curse of you saying it, wasn't it? As soon as we said he can't score, he goes and scores. He looks disappointed still. He doesn't look happy to me. João Moutinho comes off for Wolves. And the number 39, Luke Cundle, comes on for, might be his Premier League debut. Well, they might as well give him a run out, mightn't they? When you're 5-1 down. Here's Gundogan. That's a bad pass to Rodri. He's usually good at the backwards passes, Gundogan. There, he's forte. Here's Bernardo Silva. Wonderful turn. And again. And again, Bernardo Silva. Oh, good ball to KDB. Ball into Sterling. City are in here. He's onside, Raheem. Sterling with a chance. He's a clown. He's an utter clown, Raheem Sterling. Mahrez, he stood in space. And the clown that is Raheem Sterling puts it wide from 2 yards. It's not 2 yards, is it? But he puts it wide in front of the keeper. I think he's offside, actually. Luckily for him. Mahrez is in space. Why do you pass it to Mahrez? How can you be that bad? How can you be that bad? Oh, Grealish just took it off the goalkeeper here. Put it behind for a goal kick, and he's laughing at the keeper who's gone down, holding his ankle. How can Sterling be that bad? Well, If you're watching this game, I do not know how Raheem Sterling has missed that chance. He goes through on goal. MCFC Blue Moon's he is a clown, isn't he, Sterling, really? He plays like he's got clown feet on. How has he put that wide? Honestly. His confidence must be just... I mean, like I said before, I said earlier in the stream, Sterling's a confidence player. The more he misses, it just must crush his confidence more and more. How has he missed that? Oh, mistake by Wolves. Jack Grealish can't get the end of it. Connor Cody out wide to Johnny Hunt. We should be about 7-1 up here. 8-1. We've missed so many chances. And the scary thing is, if you're a Premier League team and you're watching this game, Wolves as well are partaking in this game, you go, we could be 10-1 down here today. And they're bringing in someone who will not miss those chances. That is worrying. That is worrying. I mean, could City set records next season? I mean, the thing is, we're bigging up Erling Haaland. He could come and be an absolute flop, couldn't he? And for 51 million, you think, well, you can flop for that price, really. But I don't think he will flop. He can't flop, can he? There's a blue flare in the picture of a Manchester City fan. What an idiot. And the fans are there cheering. You're only stopping us from scoring goals. Sterling's got 12 Premier League goals, but since lockdown he's lost his confidence. Yeah, he definitely has. Could be, you know, you have to forget, you can't forget that footballers are human beings. So, you know, things that happen off the pitch are an issue as well. You saw Bernardo Silva struggling with living in Manchester when he's stuck in his apartment. And that really affected his performances. That's the way it works. You know, they are human beings as well. And we do forget that. Edison clips one into Zinchenko. Good touch by Zinni. Gundogan round the corner. Bernardo Silva, Rodri. Joao Cancelo, City come again. Jack Grealish in the number 9 role at the moment. Cancelo. Right to Zinchenko. Good touch by Zinchenko. Don't pass it to Sterling. Into Grealish. Here's Jack Grealish. Surely he's not daft enough to give it to Sterling. He isn't. He'd rather give it away. Give it back to Wolves here, Grealish. I don't know what the Wolves player's doing, but he's just trying to win a foul. How is this a foul, referee? Grealish is stood behind him, and the player just keeps pretending to stumble. Harry the goat says hi. Good to have you, Harry. Wolves in possession here. Willy Bolly. Kundle back to goalkeeper Jose Sarr. Willy Bolly. Oh, Wolves are in trouble here. Ait Nuri. Oh, and Ait Nuri's given it away cheaply. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne off the post for his 5th goal of the game. Oh, post again. How are we not scoring? Raheem Sterling. I won't even say what he's just done, but I tell you what, he's not passed it to a City player. Oh, Rodri. Shocking defense. How is De Bruyne's at the post. Foden's at the post. Sterling's missed the sitter. You can't believe it, KDB. He wanted that goal. He wanted that goal so badly. Great play by him onto the left foot and off the post. It was. He set it too far wide there. I'd say Grealish. Cancelo. Joel says Haaland could have had 10. I'll tell you what, Erling Haaland would have brought the Premier League record in just this game, wouldn't he? I have friends who think Pedri is better than Foden. I'm not having it, says Roshane. Certainly not. But Pedri is absolutely brilliant, Roshane. Even as a Madrid fan, you've got to agree Pedri's class. But he's certainly not better than Phil Foden. Here's Moutinho. Oh, ball through here. Wang Yi-chan! Wow, great chance. Edison doesn't save it. He just puts it just wide of the post. Very close. Very, very close. 1 minute left here. Well, added time's coming. Does Edison get a touch on this? I don't think he does. Wang Yi-chan's put it 4 foot wide. It's tough from that angle. Kevin De Bruyne did it, however, in the first half, but you're not quite KDB. 3 minutes of added time here in the game. City are going to be going back to Manchester with, well, not back to Manchester, we're straight up to the West Ham game on the weekend, which we will be live for again, everyone. Join us again for the lives. Will be Manchester City versus West Ham, and 3 points there. And a draw against Wolves wins the league. Ball through to Sterling by Zinchenko. Raheem Sterling forgets the football and gives it straight back to Wolves. Oh, and Wolves give it us back. I mean, Wolves are basically saying, come on, Sterling, try and score. And he just can't. I mean, he has scored one, but I wouldn't count that as a goal. It was like Dimichelis against West Brom. He's on the line. Here's Nathan Ake for Manchester City. No injuries now. Let's see out this game. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. I hope Rodri don't play at the back. He's so much better in the midfield. Grealish back to Rodri. Ake. Wide to Zinchenko. Minutes left here. Kevin De Bruyne. Alexander Zinchenko. Back in behind to KDB. De Bruyne. Good switch of play to Grealish. Grealish through to Joao Cancelo! What an idiot. Straight into the side netting. He takes it off the boot of Ilkay Gundogan and just puts it straight in the side netting. That's so poor from Cancelo. Takes it off the boot of Mahrez. Why didn't he put it across the box? I mean, Sterling's in the... Alright, Cancelo, I'll take it back. Raheem Sterling's alone in the box. He might as well hit it in the side netting as pass to him. Wolves will be laughing at Sterling in the dressing rooms, but Erling will come and silence them. Yeah, look at that. The Norwegian flags are in the away stand for the City fans. The Norwegian flag certainly will be out. I think one of the biggest signs in Premier League history. Bernardo Silva. Wolves will give it away again. Grealish is saying, go forward, Bernardo. I want a goal. I want an assist. I want a chance here. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Jack Grealish. Back to Bernardo. Grealish has made a run again. He's not happy with Bernardo Silva, who continues to go backwards. Rodri. Gundogan. All the way back to Ederson. Into Zinchenko. Good pass. Brilliant pass. Into De Bruyne. De Bruyne is looking for Jack Grealish. Into Bernardo Silva. Wide to Joao Cancelo. We've got Mahrez. Grealish is in space. Grealish in acres of space. Cancelo. Into Mahrez instead. Mahrez. Right. Why is Cancelo not giving it to Grealish? What does Grealish have to do there? Poor from Cancelo. Mahrez even worse. 5-1. Who am I complaining about? We're 5-1 up here. Just enjoy it. You should be saying to me. Just enjoy it. 5-1. Big win for City. 2 games away. Full-time whistle blown. Manchester City 5. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. We are going to be possibly Premier League winners. Another 3 points at West Ham on the weekend. And it looks like it's going to be Manchester City's title. What a performance. Man of the match has to go to the man who scored 4 and nearly 5. Kevin De Bruyne. What a player. Thank you very much to all you guys who have joined us on the live stream to here today. Been great to have new people here. It's been great to have some super chats for the first time. Thank you to the people who put the super chats in there. Joel and, of course, Rashane. Absolutely wonderful from you. And thank you for joining the We Are City membership club as well. That is great. Jonathan says, I agree, Mike Maignan is one of the best goalkeepers in the world right now. You're right, I hope he starts for France, not Lloris. He's shocking. 94 Prem goals this season, says Joel. Well, we're very close to that 100. Let's make it 100 by West Ham with another big win there, if we can. That'd be a massive win, wouldn't it? Brill commentary says, Sophie, thank you very much. Amazing live stream. Thank you so much. Please continue to subscribe. I know most of you guys are subscribed. We're going to be seeing a Premier League title, if possibly on the channel, which is great to see again. Thank you so much to everyone. The super chats honestly mean so much. That you guys are willing to support the channel in such a way is incredible. We'll see all you guys next time for the West Ham game. 2 o'clock kickoff. I'll be live from 1:30 UK time. I'll be on speaking at 1:45. It's going to be big, isn't it? A win there, and City have got their hands on the title. We'll see you guys next time. So, introducing the We Are City Worldwide Fan Channel Club Membership Scheme. It's a chance for you guys to support the channel just a little bit more. In this video, this short little video, I'm just going to explain to you what it is, what you'll get from each of them, and will it affect the channel? That's probably the main question you guys are thinking of. Of course, you guys want to know, will it affect the channel? I'll answer that straight away. No, nothing on the channel will change. Everything will be exactly the same. It already is. Nothing's changing. This membership scheme, this club, the We Are City Club, is just a little bit extra for you guys if you want to, really support the channel and just get a little bit extra. And in that case, you'll be paying. So I'll tell you what it is and what you'll get for each one. So the We Are City Bronze Club, this is our, first starting tier of membership. And to be part of the Bronze Club, it would be 99p a month, you know, a pound a month really, £12 a year, that's all it is. And for that you get the basics, but you do get a little bit extra than that. So you get the loyalty badges that I've created that are on screen now, so the longer you're a member, the better the loyalty badge gets, and eventually you can be a Champions League winner here with your Bronze Club. You can be get these, so you can use them in live streams, these custom emojis here. I've made a few of them. As you guys, you know, start to become members, the more I can add, so these are the current ones at the moment that you guys can use. And then finally, one that is an exclusive thing just for you guys is career mode uncut gameplay, or any gaming video uncut gameplay. So you know, when I put the videos out and you guys watch them, the gameplay is cut into highlights to keep the videos down to around 40 minutes. The gameplay will be uncut, so the video will be about an hour long, maybe a bit longer, and the gameplay is the full game. You can watch the full game, no highlights, no edits, get to see every little bit of action. That's what you get if you join the We Are City Bronze Club. So if you join the We Are City Silver Club, that would be $3.99 per month, a little bit more, but this is what I'd call our main membership scheme. This is the one you want to be on if you want the real extras. So you get, just like before, the loyalty badges, the custom emojis, and also the career mode uncut gameplay, but you get a lot more extra. You get early access to every single upload and every bit of content on this channel. So every time I upload a video, I tend to upload, sometimes I can be in 3 months advance, sometimes I can be in a few days advance, but every single time, as soon as I upload that video, you guys get to watch it. You watch it instantly. Never wait for a video ever again. They'll be right on your screen. You can even watch them as box sets and maybe watch a full season if you wait a few weeks, where some people will only be 3 or 4 episodes in. If you're our Silver Club member, you can watch a full box set possibly of the We Are City career mode gaming episodes or so on. You also get a little bit extra than that. You get an exclusive career mode series, a career mode series that only you as Silver Club and above Gold Club members will get to see. That is something which is pretty exciting. A series just for you guys, a series that won't be on the channel at all. You also get a monthly live Q&A where you guys get to ask me about the ongoings on the channel, what's going off the channel and so on, and give your input on whether you think that we should do a certain thing or not. You guys are really important. And also you get photos and status updates. So that is a little thing which is not massive, but every time I make a sign in the career mode or I do anything in career mode, you get to see it ages in advance. I'll take a picture, post it on the community tab, only for you guys as members to see, to know what is happening behind the scenes here on the channel. And finally, our highest tier of membership will be to join the We Are City Gold Club. £5.49 per month. You may say that is quite steep, but listen to the extras you get on this. You get the badges and the custom emojis. You get the early access to every single upload. You get the career mode uncut gameplay. You get monthly live, you know, Q&As just like the silver level. You get exclusive career mode series, but just a bit more than that. You get member polls, you get shout outs in videos. Your name will be mentioned in our videos. You will be part, ingrained in the DNA of this channel. And then finally, you get live commentary on non-Man City matches. So I do live commentary on the City games. You guys will be able to listen to me do live commentary together with you, you know, sharing non-Man City matches. So we'll put out a schedule. You guys, the gold members, will pick which games you wish me to do the commentary on, and I'll do a commentary on one of those games which you guys get to watch along with me. It's really exciting if you're a gold member. I know that a gold member is a massive change. Silver members where you want to be, really. That's our main one. Gold members just a little bit extra for, suppose, you super fans who want to support the channel. And honestly, it is really appreciated if you join any level of our club's bronze, silver or gold club. That extra exclusive content you guys will get. Now, I've looked at what other creators have done with their memberships, and I think I am offering way more than a lot of them are. You get, you know, bang for your buck, as they say. I'm trying to offer as much as I can for the lowest price possible, because I believe you guys deserve that here on the channel. So nothing changed on the channel. Membership scheme is now live. Please go ahead. If you want to be a member of the We Are City channel, if you want to join the club, then join it. Your support is really appreciated. I understand if you can't join, don't feel the need to join. But if you want to support the channel, just to get this to another level and be ingrained, like I said, if you're a gold member, ingrained in the DNA of the channel, mentioned in every video, then please go and join. Click that join button, join the We Are City club, and join us and be a member today.